There it is. Okay. We're starting off in a floodgate. Floodgate is very, very rough. In fact, I probably should swap a talent, but let's look at this build or this route first. So we're coming here. First pool, second pool downstairs. Ooh, second pool's gonna be big. Second pool's gonna be kind of big. Let's go and refresh our consumes. Let's get food, a flask. All right, let me get YouTube chat pulled up. This guy's saying that it's resilient, but I don't know how good that is for us. That means that maybe people are gonna mess up a bit. Hopefully not. All right, getting YouTube chat popped out. Hey, what's up, Vicar? Always the first one in. How are you doing today? Good to see you, Vicar. I posted in the Discord. I did. Is it working?
5, 4.
I said I was gonna change a talent. Did I get it in time? I think I did. So do we have Peer in a Piece? I definitely want Peer in a Piece here for Mother What's Her Face and the other one, Swamp Face. Mother What's Her Face and the other one. Those are the two bosses that I just mentioned. This is the first key of the day though. Uh-oh. Ret Pally has some aggro. We're gonna have to. Oh god, it is an aggro nightmare. Multiple people have aggro. I'm an early defensive. Yeah, I saw that cast coming my way. We're gonna stun. I don't like to use my stun that early because I love to use it during the let's go in Chi-Chi. I like to use it during the wind-ups. Let's revival, cleanse the tank. That is already so awkward. I'm getting wound up. On my stun. Okay, we need some snap, crackling, and popping action in here. It's getting a little spooky. We have Ring of Peace. We have our stop. Got Shredation. Can I touch a death that? No, it wasn't worth it. Alright, honestly, 0 deaths first pool. We kind of take that. I did have to commit revival, though. That's okay. We take that. Okay, it looks like someone else is getting this. Okay, we have full vitality. This pool is going to be a little scary. I kind of want to just go ahead and roll over here so I don't butt pull those crabs. Let's kick that cast. Oh god, I accidentally just Jadefire stomped. Can we get the reset off the Surveyor? We can. Go ahead and Chi-Chi to cleanse that, cocoon that guy. Alright. Ooh, big damage. Let's stun these, the wind-ups. Stop the cast. About to get smacked. Let's get a fat crackle in here. I have a Shayloons lined up too. We definitely need our tank to be healed, so I am going to crackle to heal the tank. Get a second one in there, and then... Tiger's lost my way out of that. Touch of Death is Surveyor. It's getting a little bit spooky. Go and ooh, I was gonna say let's Shayloons, but I did not have time to plant and cast. Now we're gonna Shayloons for safety. I am getting beamed, so I gotta be careful. Alright, construction. Honestly, this pool was scary, but we made it. Wasn't the cleanest. Gotta make sure I don't pull these divers. I also forget which way in the route this guy linked, which way we're going. Yo, rare watch on a Wednesday. Ceiling Pan, you got the day off or something? Mostly raid, but life of a benched person. Oh, you hate to see it. But hey, you know what? Finding the silver lining. Well, hey, I'm glad to have you, Ceiling Panda. Sometimes you just get benched. You gotta use that for, like, opportunity for growth. Last time I was benched, I spent the whole day, while they were in raid, I was practicing in heroic lobbies. Just practicing my ramp over and over, and I think that day, like, I got much better at the game. That was back when I played the old school Yulon build that I sucked at. But, yeah, I mean, it always sucks to get benched. It really does. Just don't harpoon me. We have some big old crackles lined up. Go ahead and boop these guys out. I'm going to stop this guy when he recasts. Oh, I hate this pool. It always stresses me out so much. Kind of just want to hang out back here, but I kind of just want to go while it's safe. Just got to rip the band-aid off. Got to roll through there. Okay, because sometimes those things, like, kind of lie to you about where they are, those bombs. Okay, oh man, he got that construction off. So far, I think we're doing fine on time. I don't think this dungeon's about the timer. I think it's really about the heal checks, which puts a lot of pressure on us. But I got to remember that I do have Pier in a piece. For Swamp Face and the mom, whatever her name is, Big Mama. I'm gonna go ahead and crackle here for that first dynamite, and then we can move and dump our dot. Let's stop that. Definitely want my dot to go on the Shredinator here, though, because I want to. It's better, in my opinion, to burn one down. Let's go and pop Chi-Ji. I am running 1 minute Chi-Ji, which I'm not used to doing, so to like counteract my like uncomfortability with running it right nowadays, I'm being very aggressive with it. I'm trying to pop it at the beginning of pools, and I'm trying to extend its like usefulness throughout the pool. It won't last the whole like 30 seconds that 2 minute Chi-Ji gives you, but of its value. But it's good enough. I'm trying not to cocoon the tank here, but no, we're gonna do it just to be safe. Don't want to proc his little cheat death thing. We're gonna go ahead and crackle here, then move for this frontal. Ooh, so far so good. Hey, what's up, farmer? Good to see you. Uh-oh, where are we? Are we pulling some of this scrap? I have seen some routes that pull those alligators, but if we're not pulling something down there, I think that... Oh, yeah, he's snapping them. Okay. I was about to say, if we weren't pulling anything down there, I think that was not worth it to, like, move... maybe if we weren't pulling, maybe we were trying to bait the shreds, like, over here so we could run up the stairs. I don't think that's worth it. But pulling these crocs, I mean, they're not really too big of an issue. They are pretty heavy tank damage with this bleed, but we do have a rep pally for it. But this does give us some good cleave on the boss for our crackles. Let's go and rip it here. Dump our dot into Kiza. For these next chomps, I am going to stun, though. You don't want that chomp to stack up too heavily on the tank. We are going to Shaylins because I'm forced out of melee just to make it extra safe. And we're going to try to down these crocs first. I feel like they're priority one. I'm not too scared of this boss for the most part. Gotta specify for the most part. Ooh, I did get stunned on the way back in. So I had the life cocoon them. But I should have just revivaled because that would have saved us both. It's okay. Having these crocs here on this pool is making it a little bit more stressful. We're going to boop these bites, so it's less scary on them. I definitely was not... I'm trying to look at too much. Way too much going on right now. We're going to revival. Oof, see, another person got hit. I feel like so many people are looking at these crocs that it's really throwing us off. We're resetting that. See, this is why I hate resilient keys. Like... Do we need to reset right now? Like, sure, this is not optimal, but... I mean, is it that bad that we need to reset? I don't know. What are y'all's opinions on Resilient? Like, obviously they're great, but man, it's just so annoying that people like, let's just reset. Let's just reset. But, I mean, now we know that pool that we're doing... I wasn't really too prepared for the double or the crocs into the boss, but now I should be fine. We're just running. Doesn't matter. Oh man, see, the thing is, we didn't even make it to the hard part of this dungeon. Yeah, I definitely think it's like a net good ceiling panda, but it definitely can get annoying. I mean, to be fair, is it more frustrating to like sit there and reset keys all day than have your key just brick all day? You know, it's not as bad as that, but yeah. You said, or at least compared to other healers. Oh, I for sure suck now anyway, and is justified for the bench. Oh, that it sucks to hear. Or at least compared to the other healers who parsed 100, 99, 97 on heroic galley before galley prog. I was 84 with 60% of our Pres Evokers HPS. I mean, 84 is not bad. 60% of their HPS, Pres Evokers be present, you know. If you're getting into 17s for pushing, you know what you're getting into. That's very true. That is very true. And hey, we didn't get kicked, which is, which I was like kind of half expecting there because that was kind of rough. Um, but yeah, maybe I see my rationale there is like the hardest part of that pool is going to be while those crocodiles are still alive. Um, so my rationale is like let's burn down the crocodile so then it's just the boss. But I do think that that was making me ignore boss mechanics, and really as the healer, like the crocodile, the only mechanic is that it puts a tank bleed. So as long as I stick to the bosses and pay attention to their mechanics and just hope the tank maybe can sustain with just my maintenance throughput, I think that's fine. If you're there for completions, run 12s or something. Yeah, true. I mean, whenever I need my weekly keys, I definitely go back and hit up some 10s. But um, yeah, I'm just saying, like, some days, like, I spent like a whole Saturday when I was progging my 15 resilience. This was the last key, Floodgate. And I got into a resilient Floodgate of some streamer. I can't even remember who it was. But he was like a hunter player, and he was like, dude, my key's resilient. Come, like, you know, queue up. So I queued up to it, and I kid you not, we wiped on the first pool, or not even wiped. Like one person died. Like our balance druid died a few times, then he died a few times, the hunter, and we just would reset. And I'm like, I mean, like, yeah, we could just keep doing this first pool over and over again, or we can see the rest of the dungeon and then wipe once it's actually, you know, coffin closed. But I don't know. I think it's just a matter of people are weird. People are very weird, but that's okay. I mean, I'm definitely not immune to that. I guess we could look at our build and see if there's like anything we can optimize really quick, because I didn't really get too much time before. Oh, okay, so it didn't even give us Peer into Peace. That's why it was slow to cast our Enveloping Mist. I just wasn't paying attention. But I definitely like Peer into Peace on this boss because it gives you more of a window to set up for the HPS checks up there. And although I do think double Secret Infusion is really good for that big verse, um, all in all, like you have enough defensives for this dungeon if you play well. My only worry is I don't remember if this tank wants to pull bubbles or not. But we are running. Oh, here's the route. Okay, so we are pulling bubbles. We are running 1 minute 1 minute Chi, which should give us at least some juice coming out of Swamp Face, I hope. And like I said, we are running Peer into Peace. So that will be inevitably just some, that's at least fumes in the tank for the first bubbles things. I feel like Peer into Peace is enough for the first one, but not beyond that. Maybe Peer into Peace with like a 5 or 6 stack Shayloons might be enough too. Yeah, honestly, like this route, dude, this route is so tough on healers. Because it already has like 3 giga HPS checks. Then it's kind of turning the duo boss into a mini HPS check. But now I see it's on the route. We're pulling these crocs. That is scary though. All in all though, until that pool, it was going pretty well. And I don't think I died. Oh, I did die. Gotta get my food buff. You know, when I think back of like all the floodgate routes that I've done, this one's not my favorite. Not my favorite. Hopefully we're probably gonna rogue skip this. Unless they just aren't communicating that they want me to ROP it, which I haven't ROP this in like months. So I feel like you... Oh, what do you do? I know you ROP one of the electricians, but I feel like you ROP this far one in and you hug the outer wall. I don't know. Maybe ROP's not enough. It's been a minute. Maybe I don't remember how I ROP skipped this, but it has been a long time.
5, 4.
After this,
2, 1.
going here, going straight to Big Mama. Very weird route. It is like a variant of the route that I like, though. Because I do like coming left first and killing the duo boss first. Because it gives you a lust for Big Mama. What's up, Tommy? Good luck with the key. Thank you so much, Tommy. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, guys. I got D&D tonight, which usually a D&D Wednesday is always a good day. I also get to save my cocoon here, which is huge. I did not need to leg sweep there. I'm gonna focus down a loader bot just because they're easier to stick to because they move quicker. Okay, we have a revival. Next time we see something like that, like a moment like that where there's a lot of okay, like now when there's a lot of health missing and there's some debuffs to cleanse. Okay, we need some big crackling jade lightning. Touch of death. Oh, we missed. I guess I was out of range there, maybe? Ooh, tank. Our tank had a lot up there. Our tank just got greedy. Yeah, he's saying my bad. He knows what he did. He had to be fair, his cheat death was like at a few seconds there. But he had divine toll up, that's a big shield for him. He had his 40-second mitigation. I don't know why he didn't pop anything there. Maybe he just thought he was okay. I don't know. He had quite a bit though. Okay, now we're out of food though. Maybe one of the homies has an Oxnaus mount, hopefully. But how's everyone's Wednesday? I'm curious. I know Ceiling Panda, you said that y'all are still raiding and everything. How many of y'all's guilds are still raiding? Because I know in you know other tiers, like there are definitely still guilds going at this point in the season. But I feel like this tier specifically has really died off. I do think that the whole like hey, everyone can come in and get an infinite crest. I do think that was good for like a week, but I've definitely seen the effects of that. It's definitely done its toll on the overall player base.
5,
What are you guys thinking? Like, has that happened to y'all's guilds at all?
1.
I mean, I'm kind of in a guild where people really just log on for a raid, really, and then don't log back on until the next raid night. But even then, like it's a barren wasteland in my guild. I try not to cocoon that rogue there. Okay, I tried. Oh, paladin. Let's spread our dot, and then I'm going to Chi-Ji. Stun those. Ooh, we actually cleaved our stun into some cast, too. That's huge. Okay, I had to Thunder Focus Team enveloping this there for a big spot heal on the mage. I'm just gonna spin here. Why have I not been spinning? I feel like I'm thinking too hard. I just need to press one button. Alright, tank. Okay, yeah, their tank pressed his 40-second mitigation. What's that thing even called? And that was his cheat death procced. I say cheat death, but it's when they fall below 30% health, it gives them their big defensive for a few seconds. That was very sus. He did save his, like, main defense of the big shield, the divine shield. But I guess that's fair. I mean, you do kind of have to try and come into the next pool with as much as you can up, especially a pool like this. It's a pretty scary pool, especially if you let these hyenas cast. So I'm going to kick the hyena cast for the tank. Saving my Chi-Ji for when I get targeted by nail gun. We got more contractors coming over too. Okay, the Rep Pally pulled more, which is, that's never good. Don't call a reset. I cocoon the mage. I do have my Fort Brew up. That was a really bad Chi-Ji. It's fine. This pool is very large. I am spinning. These windups are going to hurt. Holy. Okay, I need to really rely on these crackling Jade Lightning charges here. So I'm my stun. I definitely need to crackle now that our tank is going through the ringer. There's just way too much happening here. This pool was not planned. Okay. It's definitely going to be another reset. Oh, resilient keys. I just think that there isn't that much interesting things to do unless you really like to push keys. Yeah, I mean, luckily I do like to push keys, but I know not everyone likes that. I've definitely seen, like, across the board, like, not just mine, but just, I think every streamer of WoW is going through it right now, where we all kind of do suffer for how little there is to do in the game. Because there's just so few people that really care this deep into the season. But no, I definitely agree with you. There's just not much to do. Okay, we're chaining crabs in because might as well. I touch it at the scaffolding so that I can go ahead and dump my dot on them while they're on the ground. This is one less crab that we're gonna have to deal with on the next pool. Also, I'm pretty sure this crab wasn't even intended to be pulled either. So we have absolutely botched this this route already. Also need to remember to tap this box here. Yeah, it's a mid-season lull. There's no updates. Both feature patches for 11.1.5 have just been fails. I guess we're not going to be able to tap that yet. After we kill the boss, I think we'll be able to. No, I definitely agree with you. Mid-season patches are either, like, super hype, or they're some of the most dead patches ever. And, like, back in Shadowlands, that's a great example of some mid-season hype patches. Like, although Shadowlands got a lot of hate, dude, they did the mid-season patches right. Like, they made the game so much fun to play for a bit. Let's go ahead and Chi-Ji to top everyone up. We still have Crackling Jade Lightnings I need to use, though. I need to use them quick so my Vitality's charged up. But, like, this season has not delivered in that category. Which, perfect timing for that crackle, though, because that was right as the crab was dying. Go ahead, Tiger's Lust. Uh-oh. We're going to revival here and then crackle before my Jade Empowerment. Not Jade Empowerment. Jade Fire Teachings ends. Oh, this is so sus. We're going to stun and just spin. We need this pack to die ASAP. Oh, that's a root. That's a me dead, too. I'm going to Fort Brew. Oh, that bomb didn't clip me in time. I was about to get farmed by that. But no, I definitely agree that maybe it's just me, but like normally when mid-season patches dud, they don't dud this hard, but I mean, I don't know why they time gated both the helmet enchant patch and the belt patch, which I think we're getting the belt next week, maybe, I think is right. I don't know why they separated those two things. They should have just dumped them all in one patch. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, our whole dot is on this guy up top. That's why I was spinning crane kicking, because I knew it would reach him up top there, whereas my tiger palms and stuff would not. And I knew he had my dot on him, and he was the only mob. That's why I spun to enhance that dot on him, even though it did less damage. He's up top. Okay, so no reset so far with two very annoying deaths. Very avoidable deaths, I should say. What do we have? We have Diffuse Magic. We do not have Fort Brew. I go ahead and Chi-Ji for all these casts at the start of this pool, as I don't want to go over there and kick them. Put myself in those frontals. I'm going to let the range kick them first. Not the best Chi-Ji. It's always so awkward going from... Oh, that's a cocoon right there. It's always so awkward going from 2-minute Chi-Ji to 1-minute Chi-Ji. Because you're so used to getting like X amount of value, and then here you are getting much less than that. But hey, I will say, if there's going to be one season where there's such a lull, I'm glad it's the season where Mistweaver is so much fun. Because at least it's like netting out to an actually enjoyable experience still playing in the game. I think all healers right now, like especially the ones that started off the season very lackluster, they've like buffed them up to be very fun. So I think this is probably the most ideal season for that lull to hit. You need an 11.2 announcement. Me too, dude. I would love to just make a video on here's everything coming on 11.2, blah, 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 you know. That would definitely help me out a ton, you know, in terms of the rut. Like, man, it's hard coming up with content when there's nothing to make content on, you know. But I do have a script written, and after this stream, I'm gonna record the audio for it and be editing it tonight. I'm very excited for this video. It's something that I just got chomped. I saw that I got aggro right as that cast was going off, but that's so awkward. That is so awkward. We also only pulled 3 Crocolisks. I don't know if this 4th one's going to snap up in time. It is at 99% health, so that tells me that it's supposed to be snapping up. Just don't hit me. But I have a video that a lot of people have been asking me to make for like months, if not years. And I'm finally able to do it and finally confident in doing so. Let's just stun, and then let's go over here. Stun, and then stop thinking about the crocodiles. I'm gonna spin here because it's very awkward positioning. Oh, that should have hit me. I have no idea how that didn't hit me. Okay, I just had to cocoon the tank there. I mean, I don't like this pool, if I'm being real with you guys. It doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it kind of all happens at once. Like, all the healing required happens at once. I did definitely just let the rogue die there, but... honestly, that is definitely from inexperience with this pool. Okay, there's no way I'm getting somewhere in time. I just gotta heal, plant and heal. Okay, good news is that the crocodiles are dying, but holy, we are not damaging the boss. So much of our damage, it's not even like funnel. I think the idea here, the concept is that you're trying to use the Crocolis to funnel more like mage especially damage, and then like a little bit of rogue damage. Paladin, you do not have to get the most convenient bomb placement. What are we doing? I think that's the concept here of this route, but I don't think it's working out. Maybe I don't think our mage was using the funnel properly. Maybe they were funneling into the Crocolisks. Because we're into Bront? Why is Bront dying so fast? I thought I popped GG. Oh god, don't hit me. Okay. Whew. Don't clip me. Who's that going on? The Paladin? Oh, this is so stressful. This boss is never really stressful, but in these high keys, like, the damage is just so frequent, and like you're trying to move around, maneuver all these mechanics and stuff. It does get a little spooky. Now we have Chi-Ji coming off cooldown. I like this boss positioning. Ooh, very good bomb positioning, but the mage was very slow. Like, oh goodness. Oh, goodness, goodness. I'm gonna try to, anytime that our tank is not full, I'm gonna try to soothe and miss him for these wall ups. I can also, like, probably help him kite. Live, tank, live! I don't know what the paladins are saying. I see GG no good. Or no more. Yikes. Oh man. If you, what does Fue mean? Want, maybe? Dale? Is like, sure? Maybe? I don't, I'm trying to understand. Saying GG's. Oh man, that was brutal, man. That was brutal. The time gate unironically made me not care about them. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you and a lot of others. That's a funny way to put it, though. Like, you're time gating so that you guys stay, you know, leashed longer and you guys want to play this game longer, but I don't think the time gating did its job there. But yeah, I don't think that we were going to be able to time that key at all. I think everyone's saying GG's. Yeah, everyone's just leaving. But that's how you start the stream, I guess, with these higher end keys. I mean, we could do our, ooh, I do need a rookery. Rookery, surprisingly, like, it goes from being the easiest key to like the hardest. Ceiling Panda says, I think time gating is great, to be honest. Okay, look, I agree. I do think blanket statement time gating is fantastic. It's a fantastic way to like release your game and like pace it out and stuff. But just not like this, not like how they did it, because kind of like, oh, here's this, you know, bit of power that you get this week, and then you like wait a few more weeks. Oh, here's another little. It's just like breadcrumbing more than time gating, you know. But it's more for me to be able to feel finish rather than the infinite grind. See, what I'm trying to say is like, I keep comparing things to Shadowlands because it's what I know best basically about the game. But how they time gated in Shadowlands, basically, like from a player standpoint, like not specifically trying to get your power to its peak, but the time gating in Shadowlands was like every few weeks you could craft a new legendary. And as a player, that made it really fun because like every week you wanted to log on, do your tour. You didn't want to log on and do your Torghast runs. Hold on, let me clarify. You would log on and do your Torghast runs, and maybe like a few dungeons here or there while you're online, just so that like in every like 3 or so weeks you could craft a new legendary and like test it out, or like, oh, this one just got buffed, let's play with it and stuff. That was like a fun. It's kind of like saying, hey, you get your power at the start, sure, but as the season goes on, we're gonna time gate like how much you can just like dabble and experiment and have fun and stuff. So that I did like, but this where it's just like, hey, we're just gonna power creep you as time goes on. All you have to do is just like log in and do like one chore a day. Like, I don't know, but the alt unfriendliness is awful. I do agree. I think like obviously. Hold on. H mount. Forgot food and go by. Parasol skip. I'm gonna go buy food. Okay. Like I do kind of agree. Gearing your alts isn't like the worst thing right now. There's a lot of pretty good methods to gear your alts and stuff, but there's really no incentive to play alts. Like even right now, I'm trying to get like all my alts to 3K and stuff, and there's really no reason for me to do that other than just like personal satisfaction, you know. If I'm being honest. Oh wait. All right, we're back. We're coming. Don't kick me. Don't kick me. This dungeon, I do want 1 minute Chiji again. We're doing Parasol skip though, so that means that we're probably gonna pull this first pack of very big pools. So I probably will be okay. And I come back in and there's 2 auction house mounts. Okay, whatever. You know what? I'm not even gonna summon my personal mailbox. We're just gonna use this one. That's funny. But So we're probably gonna do like a really big pool and pull this Void Rider in. So it kind of makes me wish that I was playing my other build a little bit, because I can just like spin to win with Dance of Chi-Ji. And Dance of Chi-Ji, if it procs on that big pool before the second boss, it's very good in this dungeon. Outside of that though, it's kind of like, it's just you just go Jade Empowerment, like you just do it. It's just better. In my opinion, time gate the event and never time gate the rewards. That's an interesting take, but I want you to clarify what you mean. Like not clarify, but like expand on that. Like I'm curious what you mean by that. Maybe if it's item level, have one checkpoint, but let people grind the game the way they like. See, I think like one thing is like, it sucks that they're time gating like player power and stuff. But one thing that was really cool about Dragonflight is instead of time gating power, they were time gating a lot of like world events, like open world events. And yeah, like you're more did he just fail his hunt? Okay. What the heck happened? We're gonna have to early cocoon the tank. He did pop meta, and I'm pretty sure he procced also his cheat death, maybe? Or maybe not. Okay, so yeah, we are Giga pooling here because we're Parasol skipping. So I'm sitting at 4 stacks of Blackout Kick. But you know what I mean with Dragonflight is that as time went on, there was just like more and more to do in the open world. It wasn't necessarily like all to give you power. It was just to give you stuff to do as time went on, rather than like all at once, like, hey, here's this 1 week where you gear your alts. And then now no one plays after that week, you know what I mean? Oh, I forgot to have Peer and a Piece. You can use that to spread some Enveloping Mist, maybe? I don't hate that. Big AMZ. Touch of Death that guy before he annoys me. Oh my goodness. Okay, so have y'all seen the short that I made the other day where it was like, this is the worst play I've ever made and wow, blah, blah, blah. And it was me doing the soccer ball kicks in the mother load. Well, I get to tell you, I have bested my worst play. I now have a new worst play, and it happened right there on these falcons this morning, or these little eagle things. So I like rolled to my eagle, like I was claiming the one, like I was the first one to get there, so no one else would like come to that one. So I rolled to my eagle and then started just jumping to bypass time, or like pass time while everyone got there. You know, people just jump. It's a thing that we do. And I must have jumped too frequently because I double jumped off the map. And then someone pinged me and left the group. Ugh. So I don't know if I should make that into a short, because I did clip it. I thought it was pretty funny. We're gonna try to Shaylin skip this one. Shaylin's was not the play. I should have crackled that. Oh, I should have Chi-Ji'd. I have 1 minute Chi-Ji. What am I doing? It has been multiple weeks since I've done this dungeon, though, other than today, this morning. This key, like, I have not been able to get into a Rookery 17. For every other key level, Rookery was my first key done at that level. Like, when I did all the 15s, it was the first 15 I did. Same with 16, same with 14, all the way down to, like, +3, you know? Popping an offensive here for that. But now at +17, maybe, like, not everyone has it. Like, no one's rolled into it in a few weeks or something. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it has been so hard to get into this key. So, that being said, although I would argue this is probably the easiest key at lower key levels, maybe it's that it gets really hard. Like, the damage just amps up in these higher keys. Or, maybe the fact that I'm out of practice is going to make it, feel really hard or really difficult. Yeah, let's drink our tea. So far, 1 death, and I would say it's partly my fault. But we can clean it up, though. We have Chi-Ji, we have 1 stack of Jade Empowerment, and full Vitality. Maybe I just dump my Vitality on the Storm Rook here. Even though I know we're going to pull this Void Rider in, that would be the better priority target. think just to start charging up more vitality again to be more efficient is the play. We're going to go ahead and we're going to crackle here. Yikes, I don't like that. We're going to stun. Oh, there's just so much damage. Okay, now we'll have Chi-Ji when it's just us and the Void Rider. I am going to spread some Enveloping Mist, though. Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm. Chi-Ji, oh man, see, small Chi-Ji is like so unimpactful. I definitely miss Jade Empowerment. Even with this and like Floodgate being like clear 1 minute Chi-Ji dungeons, I wonder if it's just worth it for me to play 2 minute because it's that much better. I have Fort Brew, but that kind of sucks to use here. Such a death of Void Rider. That way we can pull ahead. So far, our timer is like pretty mid, honestly. It's not the worst timer I've ever seen. It's definitely not the best. Okay, we have a shaman, though, which is really good for purging these guys. If he's doing it. I don't think he's doing it because they're casting very frequently. Let's crackle those casts. Okay, I really want these casters to die. Even though they're lower health, I should probably have focused them the whole time. Kept bouncing between them and the Storm Rogue, depending on what I was casting. I don't think that was a play. The thing about being a monk is that we can just go in and pull. Okay, I see your explanation, R1. I'll go back and check it out after we get settled. This boss is so awkward. I'll get hit by that. The thing about 1 minute Chi-Ji is that I could just Chi-Ji during this, and that way I just get to sit here and do damage globals the whole time. Like, Chi-Ji's mastery healing alone is enough to heal this pretty safely. But the downside to doing this is that we won't have our Chi harm, or our Chi-Ji shield up if we need it for the big slams. Luckily in plus 17, it still doesn't even come close to one-shotting. I'll go ahead and pre-spray because I saw that guy stacking directly on me, which is always awkward. Ooh, Fat Trinket. Gonna Vivify that guy. That Vivify literally tickled him. Is he playing Blood Knight? What the heck? Going Shayloons. Okay, I am not with my party. I need to realize that. Luckily, we're moving toward them. That's kind of bad because they are moving way out ahead. We need to move, get a crackle off. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and spot heal people. I forgot to swap off Pier into Piece, so maybe I could use that here soon. Maybe. The problem is, like, I kind of want to be aggressive with my Crackling Jade Lightnings because this boss dies so slow. And in order to be timer efficient, like, I want to be doing big damage. And I keep having to move off melee because we're very melee heavy. And it's really limiting how much damage I can do potentially. And a little bit of sips in on my Mana Tea just to be safe. So far, like, this boss does not pose any danger. I feel like every season needs a boss like this where it's like, okay, this boss is kind of chill. But I don't know. It's making me the healer think, but no one else think, really, which is kind of annoying. Should definitely be better about my balanced stratagem stacks and stuff. Alright, let's go with the party. have a Shayloons here. We'll throw our free Vivifies. Or instant Vivifies, I should say. Going Shayloons. Making Chi-Ji to finish off this boss. Hated that. Can probably kill it before the next mechanic. Yeah. Such a death. I feel like people are super over the Circe's Circlet game plan. Yeah. That whole like loop of design. Where it's just like one item of power. It's like the whole Heart of the Azeroth thing. Good thing I didn't play back then, but I know a lot of people hated that. But mainly because one tiny little upgrade at a time doesn't feel particularly... Oh, I missed that. Oops. Okay, this pool is going to be very tough because I'm coming in behind. Luckily, people are aggressive with their stops here. Also don't have... Okay, he gripped that out of my cast, though, so... Or out of my stop. We're going to defensive this. And then Crackle. Oh, that was awkward. I don't know what happened to my Crackle target, but I know they didn't die. But, like, okay, once again, comparing to Shadowlands, like, Circe's Circlet is, like, one thing. Like, yeah, there were a couple different sockets, but really everyone used, like, the same, like, 5 or 6 sockets across the board, right? Whereas with legendaries, like, each player could pick and choose their legendary, which, yeah, like, each spec only had, like, 1 or 2 viable legendaries. But when you look at what every player as a whole is doing, like, everyone in WoW, when Circe's Circlet was a thing, was playing Circe's Circlet. Like, everyone was. So it's like, yeah, you have power, but it's the same power that everyone else has. Whereas in Shadowlands, you had power, but it was, like, semi-unique to you, or at least semi-unique to your spec. Okay, I am being very aggressive with my defensives, and I don't like that. Because now I don't have much for this next pool, which is going to be scary. I'm going to have Fort Brew, but it's not going to be up on pool, I don't think. Ring of Peace of that leap doesn't get to me. Ooh, that's an early AMZ. I feel like we're committing a lot on this pool. For the next Retracting Shadows, I am going to use my stun, which does mean that I won't have it up for next pool, but should be fine. Deep breaths, guys. Deep breaths. I'm going to lead with Chi-Ji. Whoa. Tank, where are you going? I definitely should have Touch of Death there, one of those mobs, so that I have increased damage for this next pool. That's like a little minor misplay. Let's go and spread Soothing or Enveloping Mists. Are we double pulling? Maybe not. Oh, yeah, we are. Okay. I have Fort Brew, I have Diffuse Magic coming off. Oh, Shaman, no. Why me? That Shaman found me, stacked on me, and cleaved on me. That's okay. I would have done the same to him. Oh, Paladin lived. Paladin didn't make it in time. Whoop! Oh, that got really awkward. Not only did the Paladin not get there in time, but we all got cleaved by that leap there. That was really awkward. Oh man, we almost made it through that with no deaths, which is so frustrating when we all die at the very end. And yeah, we're just gonna keep chain dying to that. The leftover, the remnant shadows. Oh, that was just not well played. Not well played by the squad. But I've seen worse. Are you using lessons for Shayloons? No, I'm using is Lesson still bugged? Because I'm not gonna play it if it's bugged. I mean, I am playing it in my raid, but I'm not doing the bug. If that bug still exists. I have aggro on a civilian just from a renewing mystic. No, I'm playing the other one. What's the other one? Help me think. My brain not work. That was very risky. I didn't know how long that death puddle had been on the ground from the little dude. Wish I could have dotted up the boss, but honestly, it's not the worst thing that I'm dotting up this Crusher. We need him dead. I'm not going to pop a defensive because I'm not getting an overlap. Moving out here so I can Soothe and Miss this guy because he is going to get an overlap. I'm just going to cocoon him. Then drink a bit. I cocooned him. He still died, dude. What even? That had nothing to do with me. He must have got clipped by a beam or something. There's no way. Gotta waste both crackles. Yeah, dude, this DK is just going through it. He's really making me, like, blow through my kit. But luckily, he's playing DK on this fight, which is pretty nice. They can just, like, get rid of the dot out of nowhere, which does save me a lot in the long run. I'm not really complaining too much, hopefully. He gets hit again. Dude, what is going on? I'm curious, like, is there some kind of tech where, like, he's trying to get clipped so that he can, like... I don't even know, man. Oh, I don't have Jade Fire Teachings. Popping a Fuse Magic first. Oh, the Paladin just went through the puddle. Shaylin's here. We do have Revival. This is the worst GG in history. Trying to avoid melee at all costs if I can. Gonna Revival here. Oh, this is just like so sus, dude. I'm sitting here in a Soothing Mist channel. Okay, we have some time to get some damage in to catch up with our maintenance healing. We can even get some mana back here if we want to. Let's go and do that. Fat Shayloons. Okay, they did immune it with the DK. AMS? Is it AMS? AMZ? No, AMZ is the AoE thing, right? Let's get over here so we can zap him. He's sucking us, we'll suck him. Now we have Chi-Ji. Oh, I had to scratch my nose. Got Chi-Ji going. We have double Jade Empowerment coming out of this pool, which is pretty nice. Not really necessary, but pretty nice. Let's touch a death this guy. Okay, let's say we're gonna do it and then not do it at all because it didn't work for some reason. I mean, I say for some reason, but he was definitely too low. Also, DK with another death there. He got the dot again after having already had it, so. Oh man, this guy is a key salesman. If y'all need a key, this guy is selling them, and he's selling them fast. They're going fast, guys. Get them while they're hot. I'm going to stun those Crushers just to slow down their damage during that Feasting Void. Don't want any weirdness happening. Obviously, there's no way we time this key unless we do like a Giga Lust Pool, I don't think. Maybe that's why this key is like kind of seen as like a little bit more difficult in higher keys than... Oh, I don't have Revival. What am I doing? Like this key is kind of a meme at lower levels, but in higher keys, like the timer it's pretty tight. But hey, this was like a good wake-up call. Like I said earlier, I have not done a single Rookery in weeks. We're gonna pair that guy. Oh, but we are skipping. Okay, we are skipping. Whew, okay, there's hope. There's hope. How much time does that save us? How much time? Okay, I could go over there and do that one, but I'm just going to roll double jump. Make sure I have a roll charge ready. We're going to roll now. Okay, we made it. For a second there, I forgot we were skipping. Okay, I was about to kick that. Oh, we're double ascendant pulling. Okay, I actually don't hate that. But I will have revival up. We're going to stun those. Yeah, we definitely do need to double pull. If we want to time this. There's no way we time this if we don't pull all of these, I think. Oh, this is a giga pull. Oh, man, this is like a triple pull. Okay, but we have everything. Just don't panic. I just cannot panic. Just believe in yourself. You got this. Frontals. Feasting Void coming. Oh. After this frontal, I'm watching this one ascendant because he is going to be the next one to cast. We're going to go in Chi-Ji. Oh, myself and multiple other people got clipped by those, but I don't know. Did they just like dance in it? I feel like they got hit by a lot more than just one tick of it. Feasting Void's going off. We're going to go ahead and Crackle. Oh, DK, you can't get hit by every mechanic in the game. What are you doing? Spell that last one off. Okay, honestly, still a time save. I guess we take that. 6 minutes. I don't know what kind of burst these guys have in their pocket, but is it enough to kill this boss in like 2 minutes? I don't think so. Not in this hive key. Maybe if we had like a arcane mage, I would believe in the funnel and think like, oh, this guy's gonna be the GOAT and actually do so much damage. But we don't. We don't have those things. Honestly, we should just like giga pull here for the chance, at least at timing. Go and stun. I do have Chi-Ji, but I'm only running 1 minute Chi-Ji here. Oh, that's so awkward. I'm gonna focus these crushers, but I'm watching the health bar of the Void Stone. As it gets down to like 50, I go and start hotting people up. In fact, whoa, tank, buddy, stay with us. Let's use Peer in a Piece. I accidentally have it, so let's just abuse it if we can. Spread out all these hots. I have to cocoon that guy because he is a magnet for damage. Let's go ahead and Jade Lightning while we saw these ads to cleave off of. I'm going to pop it offensive, and then we're going to Shaylin skip this next one. I started a Soothing Mist channel, though. Just give myself and that guy a little bit of mitigation, though. Slow down the damage a tad. Man, I really wish I had my... Touch of Death there. That would have been so fat. Give us a little bit of damage. Bonus damage on this pool. But I guess the plus side is that we'll probably have it so that I can Touch of Death this Void Stone and have it up for the boss. And arguably that damage amp is better to pair with the other damage amp. Let's kick that. This guy's at 70. Okay, we'll have about 3 minutes on the boss, maybe. Go and spread a few hots. This guy's at 63. Shayluns. This sucks though, because now I'm not gonna have Shayluns for the big guys phase. I don't have Fort Brew, which I wish I did have Fort Brew. We do have Revival though. I'm gonna go ahead and drink mana just so this doesn't get sus. Now I'm gonna Tiger Palm and sit on those stacks. And we have Revival, we have Chi-Ji. Okay, I'm going ahead and Touch of Deathing. Oh, live! Oh, they're saying nice try. I'm dead here, yeah, for sure. Oh, brother. Brother. I did not play that last part well. I should have just started with Chi-Ji, like led with Chi-Ji. Maybe they can the DK pop his button and B-res me? No, this guy's literally leaving the dungeon. He jumped away and is shadow melding and leaving. Yeah, dude, this guy. I mean, honestly, I died there at the end, but there was a clear salesman. Okay, I don't know what this means, but he said, Maldito dique malissimo. Like, very bad, I guess. And then the guy said, Amigo, disculpame, por favor. Like, forgive me, maybe? Is that what that means? Oh, that was ugly. That was an ugly key. Honestly, though, the fact that we still kind of had a chance up until the end, though, like, but okay, look, we had to kind of chain these guys a little bit risky here because of all the mistakes throughout the key. But man, we lost the DK a lot through that uh middle section of the dungeon. But dang, dude, can we finish a key? I want those vault slots. It's okay, guys. We're running it back. We're gonna keep blasting this. We'll get one. We'll get to 3,500 today for sure. Okay, let me finish reading your message, R1. I definitely think you're on my same page. So you're over the Cersei Circlet gameplay, which first off, I never even knew if I was saying that correctly, so I am definitely over it. Because one little upgrade at a time doesn't feel particularly worth doing. Yeah, especially if it's like 3 item levels on a singular piece. It's kind of cringe. It's definitely the timer on it. Yeah, true. I need to do it for another 2 resilient levels. Yeah, he or she said bad DK. Oh, okay. I mean, the DK already said my bad. He knew it. I'm saying it to y'all, but I would never like say that to them. I feel like that's definitely just rude for no reason. But I appreciate you, Mark. We got one translator in here. I've been making it like a priority to learn Spanish. I've been slowly having my wife teach me over the past, honestly, for like a month now. So like I've made some progress, but still nowhere near to the point where I can like understand like every message someone types and stuff. But definitely working on it. One day I'll be trilingual, but for now we're working on the second language. Okay, I'm sorry. My ADHD is making me not read your message. Let me just focus. Let me focus on reading it. And it takes something that should be a dopamine hit and turns it into a chore. If you leave it in bigger chunks, we get dopamine and feel like our time is respected. See, that's kind of what I'm saying though with like legendaries. Like legendaries are worth the time gating because yeah, you don't get something every week, but you do get something like you get that giant hit of dopamine. But if it's like 3 item levels on a piece that you kind of like wish you could replace, I don't know. Spanish one in high school, yet it finally happened. There you go. You're getting your money's worth from high school for sure. For sure. Search 18. You can queue up to an 18 top. Another Rookery 17. Ooh, Rookery 17 with a warrior. That'd be fun. Be a very fun key. Because they have an AoE stunt. They have an AoE interrupt. Okay, we're in. We are in. We get to run back the Rookery. Love to see it. But doing this with a prop warrior is pretty nice because if they get targeted with a lightning bolt, you can just see them spell reflect it. They can also spell block. I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of this. I like this comp. The question is, do I want to run Woman at Chiji? Once again, I do think it is a Woman at Chiji dungeon. But man, Woman at Chiji is... It feels so bad after you've been playing Jade Bond all season. What did I come here for? We came here for tempered verse potions. Tempered verse. The amount of flasks that I have gone through this season is unreal. I have absolutely blasted through my gold. It's very sad. If you let players farm those events for 20 hours over 20 weeks versus 20 hours in a stretch, people would complain way more that it's boring. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they would. I feel like they would complain more about the grind being boring. But I think what we're saying is like the reward is where the issue lies, you know? Like those kind of grinds allow for bigger rewards. The ones that are time gated over more time, like stretched out more. But the way that they've done it is just like you can just burst it all on like Tuesday and not log in for the rest of the week is kind of annoying. Also, the whole like crest time gating being lifted so early in the season. It was kind of like midway through the first half of the season, but which is also known as a quarter. um, that definitely took a lot of value from your weekly vault. You know what I mean? Like less people are playing for weekly vault nowadays because they can just like upgrade every piece they have. I think the trickling feels worse than a big upgrade, though. I'll agree with that for sure. Yeah, I definitely think like we're both kind of agreeing. We're kind of agreeing and disagreeing, but I think it's all to the same point. Like, I don't think there is a good like a way to make time gating feel good, like in the way that you grind it. But the reward is the thing that you can make feel worthwhile. If you have to invest more time to get bigger rewards, you get shafted if you have a 9 to 6 job, also, and family, etc. Yeah, true. And if you go to the gym and stuff, like, yeah, definitely can add like another job aspect to your life. Like that's why people complain it's a chore, like myself included. I think if you can get through a Void Rider and a Diffuser without Chi-Ji, having 2 minute on the big pulls is quite nice. I agree, but since we're Parasol skipping, that means the end of the dungeon is going to be big pull after big pull. And you see that the hardest thing, I think, in this dungeon, if you go 2 minute Chi-Ji, will be the big crystal guys at the end. And without 1 minute Chi-Ji being able to heal, like being able to Chi-Ji all of them, it's very, very obnoxious. Like, it's very obnoxious. You know what I mean? Like, I don't disagree. I think the dungeon as a whole gets a lot easier with 2 minute, but the one thing that I think is a roadblock, well, I guess the real roadblock is before the second boss. I don't need Peer in a Piece again. Definitely don't need that. Yeah, maybe you're right. Like, maybe just 2 minute Chi-Ji is worth it, and then that way I could, like, for the big crystal, I'm sure like double Jade Empowerment plus plus a Shayloons at a timely point plus like Revival maybe would be pretty sick. Yeah, we got some casters going off. Let's just spin. Every time I don't spin on this pool, I regret it. That frontal was aimed at me, very nice. Gotta make sure I'm in range of my casters. Like, I need to be like, what is it, 40 yards, or is it 60 yards? Call me the worst Mistweaver player ever, because I'm forgetting the range on my two biggest heals. But you see here, like, I didn't even use Chi-Ji. Like, whenever you do this big pool, it's supposed to be scarier. Like, this is supposed to be another hard pull in the dungeon, because you're pulling a Void Rider with this guy. But as Mistweaver, like, specifically Mistweaver, this pool becomes significantly easier because you can just spin it because the target count's so high. Like, it's very weird. You said 40. I'm curious. I'm forgetting 40. 40. What did I say? I'm stupid. Definitely stupid. Okay, I'm getting flashbacks, though. Like, war flashbacks of Rookery. Let's focus Rook Tender for now. So we get our reset. Let's kick it in. Big innervate. I'm gonna go in defensive because it's gonna persist through this phase. Killing the person that gets marked. Okay, now I need to swap to the Void Rider. This next one I'm gonna double Crackling Jade Lightning, but I need to spread some Enveloping Mist before it because whoever gets marked is definitely gonna be in danger. We're just committing 3 buttons there just to be safe. This next pull I should be fine without Crackling Jade Lightnings. Should be. I'm not gonna defensive this. A Chi Burst and then spin. Saw one coming my way, but I kicked the other one because I knew I was okay. Alright, so far it feels like our damage is a lot higher in this group. The problem is, I don't know, I do think hunters funnel good damage, so being able to kill priority targets from the hunter is pretty good. I don't really think Balance Druid has that, like, has funnel damage, right? And then I also don't really know about Rogue. I don't like how close we are to the boss here. Kind of making me nervous. Go and pop a defensive. Oh, that was cringe. I went to cocoon the Balance Druid, but my mouse didn't catch. Like, I literally moved my mouse down and nothing happened. But now we have cocoon for that guy, so... Oh, I wish I could have that one back. That was very cringe. But Shayloons followed up with a crackle. Dang, dude. I hate that. Like, I literally had the tools to save him and planned on using those tools, too. It just... I don't know. Equipment error, I guess? Oh, this guy's dead. Unless... Hold up. Hold? Am I not running? Oh, I'm not running pressure points. Does pressure points get rid of that still, or...? Big single target healing from Crackling Jade Lightning. I feel like it just healed him for 10,000 a tick there. Maybe I saw that wrong, but... I saw his health bar skyrocket, and I saw the number 10,000, or what looked like the number 10,000 on my screen. Oh, that didn't even kick. Where did my kick just go? Okay. Okay, not the cleanest room one, but we actually have more time than we did last time. LBN and 20 seconds, yards, range. Oh, spells. What does that mean? Rings a bell, though. Oh, gotcha. I knew I had mentioned something. I just couldn't remember what it was. Okay, let's do our dot. Let's cheat this one. Waiting to see which direction we're running in to shoot my Jade Fire Stomp. Gotta remember, Ceiling Panda, I'm a very forgetful person. I literally am like Dory from Finding Nemo. Get our verse buff. My eye itched, which is more important than dodging. Just go ahead and Shayloons this. Okay, we have double crackling, but that's kind of it. We have GG in like 5 seconds, though, which I could throw here. Let's just go and do it. Let's Tiger Palm a few times. Jade Fire Stomp, then we'll GG. I wish they'd make this boss's hitbox a little bit bigger, specifically for Mistweavers. I don't think any other spec is crying about the hitbox of this boss, but dude, it's so annoying fighting this boss. I feel like half my buttons just don't register because I'm like just out of range. Granted, that is like a skill issue, but a little tweak wouldn't hurt anyone, I don't think. Oh, I just leg swept. I meant to Crackling Jade Lightning. Oops. That's awkward. Okay. Boss is dying. I feel like we're doing better in our pacing now than our last run. What's our single target look like? I think our single target's okay. For how much AoE damage we have in our group, I feel like our single target is like honestly not that bad. It's not the best, but I don't think that's our group strength. Let's touch of death. Ah, I didn't get it. Didn't get it off in time. Oops. I was like, where am I? Did I find a bug? But no, I just jumped too early. All right. Where are we landing? So apparently rolling removes your feather. I've never known that. Burst down one of these guys. I kind of want him to hang back. Oh, Rogue, you got aggro or something. I'm gonna stun these guys. It'll stop that cast too, but I need to actually stop the cast. Go ahead and Fort Brew and then Chi-Ji. I kind of want to boot these guys out so that I get to hit them while we're in attracting shadows. I did not mean to hard cast Enveloping Mist there. There's no way for me to LOS this, so I just need to stand still. It's very awkward. Okay, honestly not that bad. That's not the scary pull though, so... Ooh, my camera just skipped there a bit. Let's go and sip a bit because I need to probably spin here. Also gonna drop here, yeah, for these crushes and hang out over here so they don't jump at me. Okay, this Void Diffuser's dying. I could touch a Death him here. Yeah. That gives me a touch of death buff for 25 seconds. It might persist through the next pool. That means that I probably should lead with a Crackling Jade Lightning, and I don't have one ready to go. So let's go ahead and charge one up. And that's like not the biggest deal. Plus we only have 10 seconds left of our touch of death buff. I thought that would die quicker. I'm just gonna stand still because I need a drink. There's no way I'm moving away from everyone without slow you walk there. Ooh, okay, okay. What's this pool looking like, Tank? I kind of just want to hang out here. Honestly, I didn't hate that. Like, yeah, we're not... I guess I could Chi-Ji now to spread some hots. I can have my voice crack really quick. That'll help me out a lot, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's crack our voice. Oh. That was just so awkward. That was the worst timing to get targeted. I kind of panicked there, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I can call a spade. I played horribly there. I saw all three mechanics go on me at the same time, and just, I froze. That was my fight, flight, or freeze, and I chose freeze. No shot that gets me, okay. Yikes. Okay, that was... It was going so well, and then it stopped going so well. I want my money back. Dang, I was playing that so well, and then I just, like, forgot how to play the game, or at least what game I'm playing. I don't think we need to drink for mana. We have our tea. I probably should single target on pulls like this. I'm so used to like spinning on pulls like this, but in higher keys, you need to think like the reason why you're pulling these guys into the boss here, one is for efficiency, obviously, but two, it's to give your DPS some funnel. Okay, our balance druid really wants the debuff, so you know what, buddy? Take it. Whoa, but get off of me, please. Yeesh. Okay, I just need to settle down. Settle down. I played horribly on that one pool, but I don't need to let it persist in future pools. Pass this to the tank, and then I am just going to literally dip away. I'm over here now. If I need to do this on this pool, I feel like our timer is very good. Come on, live, live, live. It's a really awkward time for my Soothe and Mist to end. Let's Shaylin's here. And Crackle. I need a drink now, and then oh, that's an Innervate. Okay, we're fine. We are fine. Settle down, settle down, settle down. About to get attracted. We can use that as time to drink, and then Shaylin's gift. That's on the Hunter. I just need to spot heal the Hunter. He is literally raw dogging that dot. I mean, like, one defensive would be nice. You have 3 available, depending on what build you're running. Like, he has both charges of Survival Instincts up, and he has his Exil up, and he just, like, raw dogged that. Let's each their own. My mana is very sus. We're gonna I was gonna say we're gonna cocoon the first person that gets it. But it kind of worked out that it went to me. I think I'm just gonna cocoon this guy now. I don't like that we're only using one side of this room. Let's go ahead and revival here. Soothe and Mist this guy so he takes mitigation. Yeah, okay, please jump over here. What are we doing? We're in timeout. Okay, now we can play the game. I just felt like there was no safe spot ever. And we have Chi-Ji here. We're going to Chi-Ji the stot. I have Fort Brew. I'm going to go and pop it here. It came up at the perfect moment. Oh, Rogue, please don't die. Please don't die. This is just pure chaos. Oh, I don't have mana. I definitely should have drank that pool. Oh my god, that was so scary. Those don't do damage, so they aren't on his bars. You know this. Uh-oh. Oh, his defensives? Oh, okay, okay, okay. That checks out, honestly. I'm actually going to do something weird. I'm going to focus the Crushers. Because they tend to live way longer, and although they aren't really that scary, as a healer, like in these keys, I just need to be doing what's most efficient for the timer's sake, you know? And of course I say that, and then they're not the ones dying slowly here. But there I put down the ROP there because my 2 casters were stacked and ranged. And they both got targeted by the leaps. And you can basically bounce, you can basically create like a shield around the leaps if you want to. Okay, we are parasoling once again. We're going to make sure the tank goes down first.
But there are more survivors to rescue. The lift is out. If we
Stay hydrated.
keep going, we will have to go down the Stormrider way. Follow me.
Okay, that little chirp that I just made was me being scared of jumping too far. That's what that was. Yeah, see, the reason why we're not, like, everyone's not panicking, like, being like, pull more, because we're actually really good on time compared to last run. We don't need to do these risky pulls in this group. And he just got executed. Don't rogues have like an execute style thing where like they can basically execute someone at like what, sub 10% health or something? Or what is it? One of my rogue friends told me about it, and I don't really know what it is. I just am aware that it might exist. Yeah, don't need to be spinning there. Just watch orbs, play clean, have Chi-Ji for the stones, and you're good, Chris. You're good. One bolt can go off. That's no worry. Okay, he's locking himself into a frontal cast, which is good. Alright, tough pulls ahead. Saving revival for the next pull. Because depending on how my group does that next pull, there can be a pretty nasty overlap where revival is kind of like our only tool for it. Okay, I just got double leapt on. Need to make sure I have leg sweep for when this void stone gets to 50. I'm gonna leg sweep and then Chi-Ji. So once he's at about 55, I'm gonna start prepping for my Chi-Ji. Okay. I'm gonna pop it offensive because that leap went on me and I said I was gonna leg sweep it, but I didn't. Dang, I cocooned the hunter because he wasn't popping it offensive, and then he immediately popped offensive. Oh, that's not going to heal anything, so I don't have Jade Fire Teachings. That was almost a really big mistake at a really bad time. At like a really dumb time, I should say. Oh, I should not have Jade Lightning there. It's okay, though. We're good. Shake it off, shake it off. Focus the Ascendant. I think we're timing this. I really do. Which this will be my 5th 17. Sitting at 4 17s and 1 18. Or no, technically 3 17s, 1 18, because 18 I'm counting as an 18, not a 17. Alright, big guy's at 70%. I really hope that we funnel more damage into the Ascendant. I'm gonna go ahead and get my Renewing Mist out. Stack up my blackout kicks, make sure I'm ready to go. I might just use the fuse magic here just to be safe. Okay, I touch of death the small chick, so I'll have a damage bonus for this void stone, which is nice. Just making sure I sit on all my resources for him to be safe. Okay, we made it. Oh, don't speak too soon. Six and a half minutes. I think we're good. Also, we got percent. Okay, now I just need to be clean. I am playing Peer into Peace because I keep forgetting to swap off of it. But, I mean, I can kind of use it to heal through the dots. But we're playing 1 minute Chi-Ji, so I need to be aggressive with my Chi-Jis. And using them to heal the dots. I also just wasted my dot. And just spell one person quick and then Soothing Mist the other person so they get mitigation. Now we're going to Shayloons. Oh, I forgot. I LOS the Shayloons. Or range it, I should say. Making sure everything's taken care of. Oh god, oh god. Oh, I went the wrong way there. I'll go cover the druid. I thought that was the hunter. Okay, balance druid's over there, hunter's over here. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Diffuse magicking, and then life cocooning, then we're going to dispel as we land. This one's all me. Go and hot up the hunter while he's in range. Okay, now we get big damage. I almost just sold there, guys. Let's stack up our balanced stratagem by Tiger Palming and Blackout Kicking, and then we'll do a big Jade Lightning. Let's go and apply a dot before this shield adds back on, so the dot's ticking underneath the shield. Very nice. It's not a big dot, but it's a dot nonetheless. Still have a revival, so yeah, I did let a stupid death slip through, but we're saving our like panic button double dispel. Let's go ahead and rip it here because we're about to get knocked up. I pressed revival and only I got hit by it. A Jade Lightning here. Oh, Hunter, please get there. Hunter is way in Narnia. We're good though. He was there for a reason. Like, I'm not saying that was a bad thing. I'm just saying. Okay, we're applying my dot. Got some big damage from Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, and then Crackling Jade Lightning to get some balanced stratagem stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another Jade Lightning. Nice. Okay, we have Chi-Chi. We don't have Revival. I do have both my defensives. Melee is getting a bit muddy here. My tank so far has been pretty fine. Good defensive from the Druid. Oh god. Hunter, buddy. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Luckily dying on that kind of destroyed it, right? Alright. I'm definitely panic. I need to stand here because I can't reach the Hunter. Oh, Druid. I couldn't reach him to cocoon him. Okay, full on panic mode. This is not good, guys. This is definitely not good. No! Come on. Okay, big DPS. I don't have a res. I'm sorry, buddy. Those cost money, and you know, tariffs. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, dude, we are selling. We are so selling. Come on, Rogue, get him up. Pull the Rogue. Get over here to where I can heal the Hunter. I'll get back over. The Druid's just dead again. There's no way I can do that. There's no way I can do that. We are playing way too spread. I agree. ZZZ, Rogue, you gotta go get that one on the right. There's no way that I can both top up the Hunter way over there and the Druid way over here. I feel like we should have sent the he's linking my healing done, by the way, which literally has nothing to do with it. There's no way I can get this totem too and go heal the Hunter. Like, we're just so washed. Like, this is so scuffed. Like, they know that while the totems aren't there, they're allowed to stand on the edge here. You know what I mean? Like, they were waiting until the totems spawned, but they were, like, both camping this far out. There's no way I can heal that. There's no way I can heal both of them. There's absolutely no... Dude, we've... Brick 2-7... But y'all know what I mean? Like... I'm playing this line here so that I can try to, like, slide up and down and heal both of them. But, like, when one's playing here, like, when one of them is playing, like, here, not while the pillars are up, like, in the downtime, and then one of them is playing here, like, there is no way that I can heal both of them. Like, there were 2 times there where I pressed revival, and it did not hit either of them. Oh, brother. This boss is a great example of how DPS players can and will grief healers. I'm going to go back and watch it. I'm so sorry to put you guys through rewatching this, but I do want to go back and watch it because I want to see where it went wrong, or watch how it went wrong, I should say. So I'll try to make it quick. Okay, so we're on this boss. Just notice the amount of times that health bars are like grayed out. I'll put it at like 1.5 times speed though, to save us the worry. So like right here, we're in the downtime. There are no totems spawn. So like the hunter should be standing like right here. The druid should be standing like right here, or like on this line. Like they need to be in melee, but one of them standing here, one of them standing here. So I'm already kind of stretched them, but at least they're in my range. So this kind of stayed true for a while. Like the druid's kind of hanging out in melee. Can't really tell you where the hunter is, but I remember we do lose the hunter because I moved to the right thinking the hunter's over here, and I go to heal him, but this was just my bad. The first death, 100% my fault. But yeah, see the totems. You know what? I definitely think if we're playing with 2 ranged, we need to say that one of the ranged needs to get the middle pillar, and then the melee over here needs to get this. I think it would have been better if we had rogue here, druid here. But still, once again, I guess I shouldn't have gotten that pillar. I should just let the rogue get it. Sorry, we're coming up on the part where things kind of go wrong. I can skip ahead a bit. Let's get until there is a death. Okay, here's a death. Already, very bad puddle management by me and the rogue, I think. But here I'm trying to get to the hunter, and in the meantime, we just lose the rogue. But he did run through the puddle. Why did he do that? We had 5 seconds left on the debuff, and he's like, I need to get over there now. I don't know. That's a sus one. But at least he died on the pillar. That we could have wiped there. But oh man, this is just so awkward. Okay, let's skip ahead again. Next debuff set. I'm kind of in this horrible spot. I should have gone ahead and repositioned over there, but nope. Druid, I guess, is at 80% health or 70% health and dies. Y'all see, I did try to ping him there. Be like, hey, move in closer. I can't reach you. I'm all the way over here, please. But no. I just could not reach him across the water. I had to pop it offensive so I can roll over void puddles here, and then there's just no way I heal people. Hunter, live. Okay, turtle saved the day. But now I want to watch this one, because I know this one was another one where Hunter gets the debuff, and he's all the way over here, like. But where's the moment I'm looking for? Here, me and the rogue get debuff, so I diffuse magic myself, dispel the rogue really quickly. But we've already skipped past that point where we res the monk, or I'm the monk. We res the druid. Then he dies. I have to run all the way over here to try to save him. So I'm over here trying to save him. These puddles are horrible, by the way. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. The hunter. Notice where the hunter is. If you're wondering why you can't see him, it's because he's literally in the wardrobe right now. He is in Narnia. So I dispel the rogue so that I can really quickly come over here. Heal up the hunter. The druid takes a horrible Hey, yo. Oh my god. Edward with 10 gifted. What on earth, Edward? Jesus. Dude, the goat just goating over here. Goodness gracious, you are amazing. I promise I'll simp over that because we're almost done with it. I'll get out of this so that I can queue up for another key. But you are the goat. But yeah, he takes the res right before the knockup and dies again. And then he types ZZZ links in chat the healing meters and then leaves. Like, what are we doing? There's no way I could have topped them up there. No way I could have topped them up. Oh yeah, you're right. Maybe I could have been playing Oracle Disc Priest. I guess that would have saved the day, but anyways, let's get into another key. But yeah, Edward, you are amazing. Edward says subs are on sale. Oh yeah. Today's like there's 3 days left on gifted subs, right? Which is I guess why Edward's over here splurging. But hey, I appreciate the support. I also just accidentally closed YouTube chat. Let me pop that back out again. But Edward, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. But yeah, congrats, Go Wayne. Everyone else I got a gift in Marth, Sophis, Roxu, Twitch. All of you guys, thank you so much, Edward, for all the support. I mean, I don't think this channel would still be alive if it weren't for Edward. He is the pillar of the channel. I kind of kid. I kind of kid. But thank you for the support, Edward. It's 35% off. Okay. My bad. 35%. Honestly, 35% off gifted is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. No pressure. No pressure at all. Hey, I'm here for the long haul. I am here for the long haul. My R Druid, that first pull is like 13 globals and regrow spam. Monk just spins. Yeah, true. It's crazy. Balance does have some funnel, but it's not incredible. Oh, okay. I figured like every DPS might have some, but it's not like it's nowhere near arcane mages. Those don't do damage. They aren't on his bars. I'm here for the long haul as well, buddy. I appreciate that, Edward. Very much appreciated. Amazing though. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. In fact, I appreciate it so much that I'm gonna time a key today. Just a single one though. Just a single key. It's Marin. Hi, by the way. Yeah, hi, Marin. Good to see you. We are bricking keys like it's no one's business. No, but we're here for fun today. If we time a key, we time it. But honestly, like I'm not super stressed. Like this late into the season, I definitely think we have a lot more of a push that we could do. Like I definitely think I could get all 18s done if things go our way, at least, and then get some 19s done for sure. But if we don't get there, we don't get there. But I don't know. I don't really play Monk too often on stream this late into the season because of what's going on. But as long as y'all are having fun, as long as everyone's vibing, I'm vibing. And if this just becomes a conveyor belt of Rookery 17s, you know what? I need some exercise. So be it. So be it. Okay. I'm going to communicate, though. We definitely need to pick where people stand better. We can't have both of the range players get the outside. That is a big no-no. Big no-no. No, watch it. We all suffer healing this fight. Yeah, true. Big true. Hunter doing Hunter things. That's the things. I think it was just the Hunter definitely was playing as like if this is the boss line, why was the Hunter hanging around here is the question. I definitely, if I were playing a ranged DPS, I would move into melee ranged outside of when I'm dumping my dots and when the pillars are up. Personally. I was lurking TBH. Hey, there's nothing wrong with lurking, Marin, but you got spotted. So you know what? Your punishment is that I will say hello to you. But that's as far as it goes. Oh god, don't kick me for the Resto Shaman. Very nice. Is this an enhanced Shaman? Is there a way to tell based on the cooldowns, I guess? Maybe not. Yeah, so we're going Fizz Comp, baby. Fizz Comp today. I like to see it. Honestly, that last key was so smooth until we crumbled on that last boss. I like to call this the Oracle Disc, meant I never had to learn what to do. Please heal me through my ignorance. Yeah, that's just a small mouthful. Just a small mouthful. Kira Swirl, what a name. Love the name. Honestly, we had that. We definitely had that. I was chatting to a Warlock friend after a key and realized that he didn't ever look at where his healer was unless he was about to die. I mean, that's just the most DPS thing that you can do, right? Why would you? Looking at your healer's positioning is a DPS loss. I don't know if that's true, but you would think. I think ranged, ironically, doesn't consider the range of their healers much. Looking at you, Warlocks. Is it Warlocks? Y'all both said that. Kira and Prototype said Warlocks. For me, it's always Hunters. And that's the first time, really, it's been a balanced Druid that I've had trouble with their range, honestly. But luckily with this group, so far we have an enhanced Shaman. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a Rogue as well. Like, I would think with this group, we're going to have a Rogue, maybe a Warrior. So we're going to have a pretty melee-heavy comp. So we shouldn't have to worry about that again. I'll just find the range player and hang out near them if I can. Or I can say, hey, range player, you get the center one. And that, honestly, that last go-around was just a wipe fest. And to be fair, it was salvageable. If the Druid would have waited until after, oh my goodness, Bittergourd, putting us at 66 subs. You and Edward together working hard. Ooh, that's a sick emote that we just got. Hold on. That is a sick emote. I like that one. But thank you for the tier 1 sub, Bittergourd. Also, reminder, Gifted subs are on sale today, so if y'all want to steal money from Bezos and have him get less of it, then there you go. There's a way. But yeah, we definitely have two melee DPS, so this is already looking better. The physical gain going. Thank you for the support. I was already typing that. Warlocks are infinite? Really? I've never encountered warlocks being the issue. But to be fair, like, since I've been playing and really been, like, you know, actively knowing what's going on, because, like, the first half of Shadowlands, I really didn't know what was going on. But since I've been aware, I don't think warlocks have really been too meta or too popular. So, yeah. So yeah, apparently the Ellie Shaman's gonna, or the Enhanced Shaman's going his lower damage build, but he's gonna really pump up the rogue's damage, which is really nice. Kind of all of our, kind of what we all do is like the Shaman's pumping the rogue's damage. I'm here to pump the rogue's damage. The Druid's gonna pump the rogue's damage. Dude, this comp is sick. I do swirl. I do as well. Oh man, I wish we could go back in time and just communicate with our group before that pool. Or, I don't know. I was just rolling left and right trying to save people, and then whenever I'd roll over here, this person would die and stuff. Bitter Gourd, instantly making use of the gifts. Crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so many people are getting gifted subs today. So now, if you have gotten a gifted sub on Twitch, check and make sure you got the emotes. Because the emotes, I worked hard on them. I need to go through and make more emotes soon. But hey, yo, okay, Bitter Gourd gifted one to Prototype as well. Gotta steal from Bezos, 100%. Even though, in a weird roundabout way, gifting subs still is giving money to Bezos. But if you think about it, with girl math, you gotta include girl math. We're stealing from him because it's on sale. So really, he owes us money. So, girl math wins. Hey, go Wayne using my favorite one, the boop. Yeah, don't think about it too hard. Just girl math it, and we're fine. We're fine. But really, warlocks being the ones. That's crazy. Boop, boop. See, no one uses the boop. People use the spin baby one a lot. But I feel like the boop... The monk bod? Yeah, monk bod getting its rare use today. Sad Chiji. I thought Sad Chiji would be a good one for when we brick a key. What's another one? Oh, I just... This one, who's this diva? Okay, I like that one. I didn't make that one, but... Okay, before this key starts, I am going to step away to go wash my hands. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I promise. And we're going to time this key, okay? We're going to time it as if my life doesn't depend on it. I promise. In fact, you know what? We're going to change things up. We're going to swap off this talent because we definitely don't need it. And we're going to swap Jade Bond. Let's give this a go. Do I want anything other than... I don't think I want Deep Clarity. Although Deep Clarity actually would be pretty good in this dungeon. Let's try out Deep Clarity. I never played with this talent, so... Alright, I'll step away for a second. I'll be right back. Heal me! Heal me! Okay, hear me out, guys. I just came back, and while I was away, I was thinking, We definitely don't want to go full melee. I do think this is a dungeon where having melee is a good thing. I think this is a really good melee dungeon, but this is a really bad, like, all melee dungeon. This is a really bad all melee dungeon. Because the jumpers are going to keep jumping on us. So do we just... Do we just mess around and go caster build here? You guys say mess around and go caster build. Slipping under the radar here. I think we do, because we definitely...
4,
Oh, shoot.
3,
Oh, shoot.
1.
Did we get it in time? Oh, shoot. I don't think we got it in time.
Thank the Titans you are here.
Ah, we didn't. Okay, so we're all melee group. I mean, we would have been all melee before, but we're all in melee group here. Get a little bit of vitality going. Oh. Where's that frontal? I don't want to mess around and find out. Oof. Can we reset? Oh my goodness. Wrong talents, can we reset? Did we say it's resilient? I don't know if this is resilient. Buddy, just, oh my god, this is so cringe. This is what I'm saying. I think resilient, although it was a good thing for the game, I think it kind of low-key ruined the game. Alright, these are dying so slow. This warrior, not only does he have the wrong build, but he's like just not doing damage. He like spent that whole pool typing. Imagine not knowing if a key is resilient and just spending a whole pool typing can we reset. That's... Can we reset? Obviously not. Dude, just step out and change talents.
I will distract them here. We can link up.
Oh, change talents. Oh my goodness, this is so cringe. Our key holder is not responding, so I'm guessing this is not resilient. Oh boy, what is it with today? This has been the most pug day of all. I don't know what that means necessarily, but I know it's true. Let's go ahead and rip our J-Bonded Chi-Ji, and there goes our tank. Take me. No! I don't want to die. Okay, now the key holder is saying reset.
I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
God. Oh man. Gotta hop. Have a great stream, LB. I appreciate you for stopping in, Ceiling Panda. Enjoy your day off of raid. That's how you should see it. Apparently it is resilient. I did not think it was, but that was... The druid said his toe was touching the circle. Let's go caster. Let's go caster. Oh shoot, Chi-Ji's on cooldown. Let's hang out outside and act like we're contemplating, like, oh no, I'm lagging. My load screen's not loading in time. Let me buy time for this Chi-Ji. Yeah, definitely, I don't think this would be the worst thing. 3K on Evoker yet? Radu's just doing the Evoker check. No, not 3K on the Evoker just yet. Just need to put more time into it and we'll get there. Mending Proliferation would also be nice with Jade Bond. I don't disagree, but the bottom of our tree is also, it's just so tight. That it's so tight. Like you can't really afford points anywhere. The shaman said it's funny that you have the weak aura to remind you to check talents and then forgot to check talents. I'm gonna wait here a second because I definitely do want to swap talent builds. Let's say sec. A second. I'm going to try this with Caster Build. Although I think this build is worse, I'm not saying it's better. I do think it might alleviate some problems that could arise in this group. If that makes sense. Question is, do we want to run J-Bond? I think so. Okay, we're going to Caster Build. Going to Caster Build. Kind of for the memes, but also they said it's a resilient key. We have a full melee stack in a group where there's cleaving splash damage, so I kind of just want to hang out in range. This also will kind of make it nice, the really difficult pool before the second boss. Then I can hang out near a pillar and just LOS it easily.
3, 2.
Oh, you play Shawows? I mean, Shawows wouldn't really free me up points because it's just it's a node. I guess maybe you don't play 5-man Shaylins, is what you're saying? Am I playing the Totem? I am. Okay. Been a minute since I played with this build, but this first pull, honestly, it's easier, even though it didn't really need to get easier. Give me some dance procs, please. There's a dance proc. Everyone's full health. There's a dance proc. Love to see it. Tank, you gotta dodge. What are we doing? Please! Our tank got shotgunned by the frontal. Oh, resilient keys. Resilient keys. Maybe being punished for bricking a key was a good thing. Oh my goodness. Caster build on a plus 17 legendary. Well, we got to time it first. I mean, I have timed a 17 with caster build. I think I timed my 17 Theater of Pain with one with it, and then I think I timed another 17 with it. Maybe the Motherload 17, because the 18 Motherload I did with normal build. Dude, resilient keys, man. Resilient, just be resilient, ting.
5.
Hop on Bruto? Hope on Bruto.
2, 1.
I don't know what that means, but I agree. Oh, man. I promise I'm not abusing the bug. Okay. Hopefully you're not. I hope too many people aren't, because if they invalidated my rank 1 log because there was a bug known in the game, but they couldn't prove if I was using it or not, but they don't invalidate logs of people's keys that they know that they can see are using the bug. So all you have to do is just see if people are casting Shayluns twice in a row with Shao's less than talented, you know? That would be very upsetting. No, I'm slowed! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I had to lean in my chair to dodge that one. Someone just left the group. It was the warrior. I mean, we just let this kill us, right? The warrior just straight up got blasted by the frontal and left the group. But he was also doing... He charged... Okay, I want someone to explain to a Final Fantasy player what just happened. And just like that. Poof. You gotta heal through that cone, bro. I mean, like, what? What the heck? I only use Shayluns for the stats from Shawows. Interesting, interesting. I used to play like that, though, back in whatever season had Algathar Academy. I would play Shawows just to get a damage buff in that first room, and then, other than that, like, if I remembered Shayluns existed, I'd press it, but... Oh, man, that's an annoying one, dude. What is going on? Why is this key so cursed? This is supposed to be the easy dungeon, too, like... Goodness. What can we queue up for? This. Okay, let's swap back to the real build for sure. That was just something that I know would have made the first part of the run a little weird, but definitely would have made the middle section of the raid a lot easier. Hey, what's up, Specky? Good to see you. Heal me indeed. Big heal me. Peepo Joffrey? Pepo Joffrey? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but I agree. That's the best emote for the current situation. But that's okay. I mean, I'm glad we kind of got saved from sitting in that resilient loop or whirlwind typhoon, I should say, because that would have been yuck. All day in the same resilient key with that warrior just absolutely griefing. That would have been pretty annoying. If they need a lust, they're not gonna take me. I need a 17 Cinder Brew? No. Oh man, like some of these are the easier dungeons. It's just we can't. We're just, I feel like we're getting unlucky here. Hunter Fizz comp with a 19. This rogue was really good that I played with, but I doubt he'll want me because my IO is still so low, dude. The 19 Rookery. Maybe we could skip the 17 and 18 if we did that, but I don't want to embarrass myself. This is my anxiety getting in the way, my social anxiety. Like, I don't want to embarrass myself by queuing up, and then I don't want to put them in a weird spot where they feel like they might have to invite me. And I definitely should just put the time in and grind up. But I do know I could be in this guy's group. Like, I think I'm on his level. I just haven't grinded to that level yet, you know? I mean, we could do my 17 Theater of Pain. We wouldn't get anything for it, but it could potentially push our key up. 18 Rookery, I'll queue up to that. Oh my goodness, though. We had the 17 Rookery easy, though. We had it in the bag, and then range players doing range player things. Guess that's just the way it goes. What next? What next? I mean, I'm down to just sit here and queue. I guess while we sit here and queue, I could like pull up another game on the side just to like, you know, please the ADHD folk, but we won't do that. Need an upgrade. If people like that warrior feel comfortable queuing into keys, so should you. True, but I don't know. I feel like it changes things when it's like you're queuing up to a friend's group. Yeah, big Chi cry, big boohoo emote, Bittergourd. Great use of it. You know, it's an even better use because I wasn't playing Chi there, so Chi just watched that happen on the sidelines. Gotta heal me through that cone, bro. Can't be expected to dodge every mechanic, every frontal. Man, it'd be really nice to get this 17 Rookery out of the way today. And then, ooh, it's 18 workshop. The thing is, I've done so many 18 workshops where we make it to the final skip and someone messes up the skip. Like, the amount of 18 workshops that I've failed at that exact moment, like making it to the final boss, is insane. I even did one where we were fine on time, but someone died and the tank ran back and tried to B-res them because they had jumper cables and died to the boss, and that was on the final boss. And then it was there was no recovering from there. Not every frontal, but a frontal would be nice.
I have an extended supply of goods.
Side B's. Speaking of reses, I need to get some, even though they're so expensive. I get like 3. If I have to use more than 3 this season, it ain't worth it. But you know what? The side game, instead of pulling up like magic or something like that, I could just go fish. And that counts, right? We're looking for a key. What's my IO? 3496. So there is a chance where if we do my 17 Theater of Pain, it might give us 4 IO. But there's also a chance that we brick the 17 that I have, and then it just... And then we cry on stream in 4K. But maybe it's worth it. I guess since there's no keys right now being queued up that I need, maybe it's just worth to post my own. Post my own, also a great rapper. One of my favorites. Let's head down here and catch a few fish. Oh, I already had some... I've had jumper cables this whole time. There's been probably 2 wipes where I probably could have saved him if I knew I had jumper cables, but I just didn't know. Do we want to take this double DK? No, because then that leaves me being our only suit unless we get a hunter. I feel like we just wait it out. I don't want this group, if I'm being honest. Also, a 3-stack, that's just bad news. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that taking stacks is just it can be bad news. It's just higher risk than taking individual players. Although comms are nice. I don't know. I'd rather be flamed by 1 person than be teamed up on by 3. Yeah, I was gonna tell you that in the rookery though. Thought you knew you had them and then were trolling. No, I mean, I don't know. There was also like no real window where I could have used them and like salvage things in that one rookery. So it's, I don't know. It's, whoa, a 3878. What the heck? KFC Mage, get in here, dude. That's crazy. Yo, if we can like prove ourselves to this mage, we can make a high value friend, which would be so nice. Got a druid doing a little dance around. Is that one of you guys? Goku XD. No. I need blood. You know what? I mean, I probably could take that 3-stack though. But no, we gotta stick to our guns. Let's take a druid though for the roar. Ooh, an evoker. Is that an Og evoker? Do I take the Og evoker? I don't know. I think we take a druid and then we wait out for like a tank and a warlock. Druid, tank, warlock I think is fine. That doesn't give us a skip unless we get a DH tank. Take the evoker. I mean, I should, like, I would like to take the evoker, but realistically in this dungeon, you care more about like being able to do, like execute skips and stuff. And like as much as I would love to take this prop paladin too, like normally, like this qualifies for joining my key. I do want to be able to skip without needing a rogue, but to be fair, I could just take a rogue here. But then it's like I'm either waiting on a Vengeance Demon Hunter or a rogue, you know? And either way, I'm waiting on one thing. But we'll see what queues up of a rogue or a demon hunter first, and then we'll take the other. Or I could. There's a demon hunter, and then now we can take this DK, right? Can we? DK, we have skips covered. We have soothe. We have first skip from DH tank. We have, if we go 1 minute roar. If we go 1 minute roar, we have second skip covered. This comp definitely can get it done, but I don't know. I'm not like, usually I'm not a comp stickler. It just makes Theater of Pain so easy. Ah, great. My port is down because we've chain bricked freaking brokeries left and right. But what is this KFC mage guy doing? He's a 3878. I mean, hey, welcome to the key, but guy's a pumper. No faith in the monk skip? Not in my hands. The thing is, like, I know, like, obviously I know the skip, but it's not the safest way to do it, and I don't really care to take a risk like that. You know what I mean? Even though it's not, it shouldn't be a risk when it's purely user error. But I don't know. It's just my preference with that. Do I want a caster build? Ah, not at all. Okay, this is not a resilient key though. I still don't have resilient 17s. So hopefully things go well. Hopefully this mage just hard carries. If you spec out of the Soothe talent, can't you pair the leftmost mob and skip that way? Apparently it's not even the Soothe skip, or it's not even the Mind Soothe. What am I saying? It's not the Soothe that's pulling. Apparently it's just that you're getting too close because the para range is 19 or 20 yards, but the pull range is 19. So there's a very little window of like not pulling, and you're doing it on a decline, so it makes it even like worse of an angle for you. So you have to be like extra cautious with the para. So I think that's what's pulling. I don't think it's the Soothe, which is what my comments have been saying on the videos, and they tend to be right when that many people are saying it. So, but then again, like I guess it just is like happenstantial that I've had it only happen when I have the Soothe skip, which is totally, it's possible, and I agree with that. But yeah, you can pair Rop that first mob, but like I said, it's just like, it's just less reliable than the Demon Hunter thing. But I know for sure Soothe initiates combat. I just don't know. I don't know at this point. I've been told both ways, and I just don't know. You need everyone to move exactly on the edge. Yeah, that's the thing, is like when you do the monk skip, you need everyone to literally be like the perfect line, and you need your boop to take them the max distance. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it when you could just you know, make your life easy and have a DH skip it. We're gonna take we have a druid. 1 minute 4 from druid for double big guy skip. Last one. Alright, he's already got it. Theater of Pain. Theater of Pain. Let me get in the mindset of Theater of Pain. Got Jade Bond. We're good to go. Ready check. The thing is, I don't need this key, but if we time it with enough time, we can still get solid IO. Enough to put us over 3,500, which it doesn't seem like a lot, but people are much more willing to take you when you're 3,500 in these keys. I'm watching for meta. I'm not watching the timer. And we got our mage button pressed. Probably shouldn't have pre-hotted here. I don't know how much aggro the tank's going to establish on this Bloodhorn guy. That's fine. Try to funnel as much damage into this Bloodhorn as possible. I'm also going to be extra cautious coming out of this this stack because we're going to get the spread mechanic. I'm going to go ahead and pop a defensive here. Shayloons. Coon that guy. Oh, I forgot I wasn't peering a piece. Let's go ahead and... Oh god, that got scary because that guy lived a little too long. I try not to use my Jade Lightning here to top people up. Really just gotta watch these Searing Deaths. We're about to need a spread. Yep. Whoa, DK. Killing me, Smalls. Now we get a Shayloons. Do I have to fuse magic for 9 seconds? Okay, it didn't even go on me, which is good. I don't know why I always dispel the DKs there, but that's just a mistake. I shouldn't be. Go ahead and be Crackling Jade Lightning for the smash. But I shouldn't be targeting the DKs there because their debuff lasts a shorter amount of time. We're going to get a spread coming out of this. I have to fuse magic here. We're just going to send it. Make sure we have a good hot spread. I knew everyone was going to go right, so I rolled to the left, and it actually did work out. Would have been really awkward if everyone rolled to the left. I will say, I thought this was a balanced druid, and normally I'm so happy with feral druids, but I don't think this comp is like going to help the feral druid do as much damage as possible, unfortunately. But I took a balanced druid because I knew it was taking the mage, and I was like, they can help each other do some more damage. But like I said, I usually like having feral druids. I don't think we're going to see the best that a feral druid can do because of the comp, if that makes sense. Let's not avenge her. Let's avenge these fallen rookeries we've seen today. That's what we need. And Fiskefluga. Fiskefluga. That's a good name. But I don't have this talent string on the import. I have another build, I think. How come you try not to use Jade Lightning here? Nice heals, by the way. You make it look easy, especially for a 17. I like to, for the first, what am I trying to say? For the first Big Mighty Smash and Raging Tantrum overlap, I like to have Chi-Ji for that. And then I like to use Revival for when we get a big overlap of the Slam plus the dots. For those reasons, I like to use my, okay, we're getting targeted, so I'm going to pop Fort Brew. I like to have my Jade Lightnings for the off moments of those, so if that makes sense. But I just meant for that, like, one moment I was trying not to. We're going to focus on this Arbellis. I was about to apply my dot to the big guy, but let's stun that shoot and then kill this Arbellis, and now we are kind of rolling. We'll Cocoon the tank, make his life a little simpler. That way we'll have Cocoon up for when the next pull gets scary. I will Jade Lightning here to funnel healing into the tank. Although it did cleave into all of our health bars. But now this way we're coming into this next pull with double Crackle. I'm going to go ahead and Shayloons here off of the tank so they get the Mastery proc. Coming into this next pull with Big Chi-Ji. We need to support the tank here a lot. That's his cheat death, which really sucks.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's not good. Not the mage. They're supposed to be our hard carry. Oh, and they didn't wait for a B-res, so they're probably going to use Invis here. Okay, we're going to stun as those quarrels come out, and then I am going to pop a defensive and Chi-Ji here. Yeah, losing our mage there, he's like our big damage in this moment, so this pool's just going to go on a little too long. We're going to lose a little too many people. We can touch a death the boss, though. Okay, yeah, the mage is playing from over there. Mage is funneling into this one, so I kind of want to also funnel into it. Yeah, mage is, like, Arcane Mage, this is their most important pool, I think, in the whole dungeon. This and maybe the Portal Guardian pool. So losing mage there to running in first is it does suck a lot, but they didn't have their invis. So I don't know the plan here. Okay. Alright, that is unfortunate. Is unfortunate. You hope the next boss doesn't bug out on you like it's been bugging out on me the past week. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? You cursed us. You jinxed it. Oh god. Now you know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be the first time it ever happens to me. Oh, that's so tragic. Soothe costing combat is the hill I die on. So many people have been so upset with me in the past for saying that in my videos, but it just... it could just be circumstantial or coincidental, which it, like, I totally admit it probably is. But yeah. Very awkward. I was gonna say let's touch a death this so we get the damage bonus. I'm gonna go ahead and Fort Brew here. It's very weird to do so, but you do not need Fort Brew on this fight. And at plus 17s, you might for like plus 18s and 19s, but not for 17. So I'm Fort Brewing there. Get more vitality. You really don't need to, and you probably shouldn't. But that's what I'm doing, and I'm sticking by it. Tiger's lusting the demon or Death Knight. I don't know who was it just then that was stuck up here with me. I feel like it was the Feral Druid, and we did not do good damage there. I shouldn't be using Jade Lightning here while all 5 of us are up here. I should definitely save my charges of Jade Empowerment for when it's just me and like one other DPS. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, we are just not doing good damage. We had all 5 people here and we didn't do it. Or we didn't kill the banner in time. Okay, this one's just me in the tank, so I should put my vitality into the banner. Should definitely get my balanced stratagem stacks up too. And then Jade Lightning. I'll go ahead and Chi-Ji. And then I don't really need the Tiger's Lust the mage. Should have hit the tank with that. Be-res in 5 seconds. Honestly, this is going so much worse than I thought it would. This group was like all pretty solid. It's okay. Maybe it's just I don't know. I don't know what to say. Goodness gracious. Like, are people not swapping? Maybe that's what's happening. But I do know our mage keeps getting sent down, and that's like worst case scenario. Let's Tiger Bomb twice and then Jade Lightning for some stratagem stacks. Touch of Death it so we get a damage buff. Also gonna Vivify here for some more vitality. Okay, I'm just gonna Tiger Bomb and Blackout Kick here until the banner spawns. Give us max damage. I mean, this was not pretty. I'm also going to save the rest of my vitality. This was not pretty at all. But we did it. Maybe Feral Druid Unholy DK is just too much AoE. And like, I don't know, but I feel like the banner still should die, right? Pug Life, yeah, for sure. For sure. There was a bug on it, but that's no longer the case. It's proximity that catches people, so it doesn't trigger combat. Oh, so you're on that side. Okay. That's what I'm saying is a lot of it's very 50-50 from who I've talked to about it. I do think it used to be a thing maybe, and then they fixed a bug, I'm thinking, is why so many people are confused. We're gonna funnel into this spewer. Repair that cast. Need some big stops. I do have revival for a panic button versus a withering discharge. I'm gonna go ahead and kick that and then cast Chi-Ji. A lot of casts coming my way, but luckily I still have Fort Brew rolling. Not the most Chi-Ji value I've ever gotten, but surviving this full 0 deaths is honestly a win. We take that. Got a lot of time to make up, though. Luckily, this boss is a very good boss to have an Arcane Mage on. We just can't have mistakes happen. Are we fighting this? Okay, those pings were very confusing. Obviously don't know this guy's route. But he pinged himself and then pinged the threat icon on the gas bag. Okay. Although we're like kind of behind on time, I do like that we're delaying the gas bag here. I don't have Chi-Ji. Go ahead and pop Diffuse Magic. Ooh, I'm so glad that I popped it when I popped it. That took a massive smack. Ooh, some big death. I mean, Druid, I don't know what you're waiting on. Also don't know why we chained here with the Druid still dead. That's kind of awkward. Definitely need to stun these guys. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna Chi-Ji here, because guys are killing us. This upcoming boss is probably my least favorite in the whole dungeon cycle. Just because it takes so long and people can just randomly die. Like, if two splats, like, if they jump on the same guy, like, it sucks. And this first part, the amount of times that I just lose my tank to getting hit by this guy's tank buster and the boss tank buster is, like, too many to count. And I think the tank might have pulled them too quickly together. Regardless, I have learned that I am just supposed to funnel into the tank, or into the boss. I used to target the Putrid Butcher first, thinking that the quicker that we took them out of the mix, the better this pool went, but that just makes this boss last too long. We have Chi-Ji up in a minute. I don't want to use Life Cocoon until someone gets hit by a chain. We need a revival. Okay, the tank debuff was hidden. I definitely should have cocooned the tank. That's so tragic. Oh, that is so tragic.
I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
still timeable? He said he fell bladed into the chains. Oh, buddy. Let's just run and see if they follow me. Come on. Come on. Here, boy. Come on. Let's go. Is this still timeable? Probably not. But do I want to do a 16 Theater of Pain? Not at all. Not at all. Come on. Good group. Oh, we go this way. This is so awkward. This is so untimable. Wait, your single target is insane. What is that? What's your verse at? My verse is 16. But that's with druid buff. With a 3% druid buff. And I have the intellect buff from the mage. Single target's insane because I'm running Master of Harmony and I'm dumping my dot into single target. And it's just making them, they basically have like a 1.2 million dot ticking on them for a few seconds, which is pretty solid, especially for a healer. But that's where all my single target's coming from, is basically just Master of Harmony. But can we still time this? I mean, it depends on how quickly this mage can burn this boss. That's really all it comes down to. But Demon Hunter's just so good here. Oh, man. Because they have 2 charges of Demon Spikes and 2 charges of their Sigil, not Sigil, but the fiery brand that they can put on the boss. We're in our Chi-Ji, but I'm too afraid to go in and punch and kick. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why they're so good on this boss, because they can cycle through all 4 of those and like be so fine. But Fiery Brand doesn't really help them that much versus these ads. Pretty sure. But we need some stuns coming out. Tank got hit again. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. He said, "Oh no, man, I am so sorry. Honestly, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just, I don't want this tank to let this ruin his day." Mage says unlucky. We're probably all done after that. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to try to leash everyone into another time. Timer was pretty cooked anyways. Definitely agreed. Oh, that was scuffed. Dude, happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday. Oh, my verse without flask or buff is at 9%. I might recraft neck to fix that. Probably don't need to. You probably don't need to, Mora. Hey, honestly, we're getting so much use out of our Boohoo Chi-Ji emote today. I don't know if that's a good thing. It's definitely stonks for our emotes, but not great for mental health purposes. Luckily, Brick and Keys like doesn't even affect the mental health anymore for me. I've built up an immunity, so okay. But hey, we tried pushing our own key. It did not work. So back to the old queuing up for keys grind, but we're still queuing up to these keys, so stick around because we're bound for some chaos regardless. That was kind of shocking. I feel like there were pretty big mistakes made from our gigantic mage there, but okay. Ooh, Floodgate. The key that I really want to do is Dark Flame 18. I haven't been able to even attempt it yet, but I do want to see what the heal check's like on Candle King in an 18. But I do know that plus 17s, I do start to get one shot by Extinguishing Gust. So I need to pop it at cycle defensives on that ball on Blazicon. What keys we got? Ooh, 18 Workshop. I can do that. 18 Rook. I'll queue up for it. It's definitely doable if we execute right. We'll queue up a few. Then I can chat with you guys. My verse without flask is at 9%. Let me see what mine is. I could right-click this flask. Let's do it. My verse is also at 9.38 without flask and buff. So we're about the same. We're about the same. But it definitely, my single target damage is high because also, if by single target were you talking about for the banner boss? Because I was making sure and like optimizing my damage on that boss a lot. So I was making sure that whenever I was hitting the banner, I was close enough to the boss so that my overwhelming force was hitting the boss too. I was making sure that I was coming into the banner spawn with full stratagem stacks, so I was avoiding pressing Rising Sun Kick and Jade Fire Stomp before the banner spawned, and avoiding like Vivifies and stuff. So I was just using that time to Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Tiger Palm, and that way I'm not playing inefficiently, but I am coming into it with 5 stacks of Balanced Stratagem. So then my Jade Empowerment was getting a big old juicy 25% buff on single target, which is nice. Or I'm sorry, 15% buff. What else was I doing? I was also trying to use my Thunder Focus Tea to where I could apply the dot to the boss, but have the verse buff coming into the banner as well. Just a lot of like little things like that I was doing. But I full on int to do more damage on the banner boss. Like, I will 100% admit that. I will let someone die so that I can do 1% more damage. Yeah, Blaziken shot me with a one shot. Yeah, I mean, plus 16, Blaziken, like, left me at like 20% health, and then plus 17, it one shot me. So I definitely, like, the first time it happened, my jaw dropped. But it's crazy. It definitely does. Yep, I don't know exactly when it was fixed, but I believe it was a thing last season during Mists of Tyrannus Scythe. Oh, okay. I think it was a thing at the start of the season too, because I remember I saw a short about it and then I made a short about it. And then it was, I'm pretty sure it was immediately fixed. I definitely want to get into this key. Let's drop these Qs. Come on, 17 Rookery. I know I've bricked, what is it, like 3 or 4 attempts today, but they weren't all my fault. I don't even think any of them were, to be honest. Maybe the first one. I think we almost wiped on the hard pull before the dot boss, and I think that was my fault. If you don't have diffuse magic or fort brew, what would you do? I would thunder focus tea and expel harm. And then what I would do is, like, as the boss is casting that, I would thunder focus tea and expel harm for that during that channel, and then before the cast goes off, I would soothing mist someone. So the reason why is because expel harm would put a shield on you, just like if you popped your Chi-Ji. It would put a Chi Cocoon on you, and you would still get the verse buff from Secret Infusion, so that gives you a little bit of tankiness, like a little mini defensive. That's like my third best option for safety. But then also Soothing Misting gives myself and whoever I'm targeting a 6% mitigation. So if you stack all 3 of those things together, it's kind of the tankiest you can be outside of your 2 defensives. But that's kind of what I do. Ideally, I just alternate between Fort Brew and Diffuse Magic on that boss. But sometimes, like, I'm sure you know, you need to use your Diffuse Magic or your Fort Brew to handle like a big stack of the dot. So that can be scary, but ideally you just do that. Or what you could do is you could time a Chi-Ji if you have it to give yourself a Chi Cocoon right before. If you're playing Jade Bond, this is probably better than doing this Chi Cocoon because this Chi Cocoon's doubled if you're running Jade Bond. So those are just a few options to do it. But you can use your AoE bubble, which can change the math. I'm pretty sure at 17, Chi-Ji alone, if you're running Jade Bond, does save you. It might also save you in an 18, but I don't want to test it. I mean, I guess I could cocoon myself and then check details to see how much damage I took through just no mitigation, but just a bubble. But no, we're not going to do that. Okay, workshop 18, please. 18 resilient OCE. You know what? We're queuing up. This sounds so miserable. A resilient OCE floodgate. Yeah, you put me in that. That's content right there. I mean, I'll queue up to Priory. I won't get invited. Hope I don't get invited. But these keys are all realistic for me to do, especially like Theater of Pain 18. Honestly, I feel like Theater of Pain 18 is one of the easier dungeons I have to do next. I feel like it goes Rookery 17. No, I'm sorry. Workshop 17, Rookery 17, Theater of Pain 18. Oh, Dark Flame 18, Theater of Pain 18. Floodgate 17. Maybe like Workshop 18 into Priory 17 is probably my order of how difficult I think that is. But hey, I appreciate y'all sticking around. I know it's never fun watching someone just sit in Dornegal, but I don't know. I feel like y'all's questions and y'all's chats make the, make the lull in content or lull in me bricking keys worthwhile. So I appreciate you guys. Also, I ate a bowl of black beans today for lunch, and gotta say, already pretty hungry. So the beans are not doing their job. Priory 17. We could queue up for this, but like I said, I definitely do think Priory 17 is harder than a lot of these 18s. But that's just my personal thing. And they wanted a Disc Priest anyway, so you can't help that. I'm just gonna sit here and keep queuing. There's no point in not queuing. But yeah, for Blazicon, like, I try to avoid Thunder Focus Team and Expel Harm if I can. But it definitely is like my third option to do. Because I would rather Thunder Focus Team and Rising Sun Kick there for more damage. But it's definitely something to do. It's more says, I don't know all the passives and intricacies in our tree like you do. Like you do. So I'm thankful to hear your answers. That's what I'm here for. Honestly, if anyone has any questions whatsoever, it can literally be the most basic question that you're just like, you might be embarrassed to ask. Hey, I am here for you to ask me those questions. So do not be shy. Definitely do not be shy. But I mean, like, honestly, it kind of is my job to study our talent tree. So at this point, I would say, like, there are some interactions that I'm just not like up to date on, like, but they're honestly things that don't come up and stuff, so I don't think about them too much. But for the most part, it's like all the little optimizations. Like I try my hardest to play around, maybe to a fault at some points, but yeah, I mean, if I were caught in a situation where I didn't have either defensive, I would Thunder Focus and Expel Harm for a one shot like Blazicon. I do really like that they made Expel Harm give you verse. Because normally, if you're Thunder Focusing and Expel Harm, you need that verse. Like, kind of need it as a backup defensive, you know. What am I queuing up to? No, thank you. Floodgate 17, sure. These keys really start to get hard pugging. But if I could get a group together to where we can just like break a key and move on and just get instantly into another key to push it up, that would make things so much quicker. Like, yeah, we'd have to do homework keys, but man, this is the slowest thing is queuing up. LB is a Mistweaver encyclopedia. That's the goal. That is the goal, but y'all know there's a lot of stuff about this spec. It also gives me an appreciation for who created Mistweaver, because I used to play HPAL and I swear it's way less complex. I'm not arguing that. I don't think it's way less complex. I think HPAL does have its intricacies. It does have some builds that can be pretty cheesy and easy, but I do think it has its own intricacies, but I definitely do think Mistweaver trumps it in terms of like how the little ins and outs of the spec can really catch you up, you know, or stump you up. You come for the knowledge, stay for the vibes. Edward, I think people come... Okay, I should have stopped after that, but I think people stay for you, personally, but that's just me. But yeah, I also like really appreciate the people that are behind like the Mistweaver devs. I think a lot of people like can... It's really easy to like hate on devs of whatever spec you're in if they ever like mess things up, but even like when devs kind of make a move that I don't agree with, like for example, nerfing Jade Empowerment again, the last time they did, I still don't think that's a reason to like hate on the devs, because they do such a good job other than that one thing that you disagree with, or those few things you disagree with. Think about all the things in your tree that you do think are really good. There's so much good in this tree. I'm not going to sit there and like dwell on like the bad. I think it's more worthwhile too to praise like the good that devs do, you know? No matter how frequent it is for whatever spec you play. Why do I still have this passive? I mean, technically, I guess I still am a Venthyr monk. That's weird. Anyways, Kira Swirl says, speaking of questions, what is your take on going low mastery? I think it's really a balancing act. It's picture those like seesaw scales where either mastery is strong enough to where it's more worth it to invest your stats that you have available to you, like it's worth it to invest your stat slots into mastery, or mastery is not strong enough to do that, and it gets outpaced by the other damage, or by the damage that you can do. And currently, especially with how powerful Jade Empowerment is, you just get more Ancient Teachings healing across a key and across a raid when you're playing the Chi-Ji build by scaling your other stats. Like crit, verse, and haste all scale how much damage you can do in your Chi-Ji windows and outside of your Chi-Ji windows and in your Jade Empowerment, Jade Lightning. So currently with this current build and the weight, the strength weight that mastery has right now currently, I do think going masteryless is personally more worth it. But there have been times where, like in the past, it's more worth it to go mastery. Like there was like what was it, season 2 of Dragonflight, where we were playing Chi-Ji and we were going haste mastery, because then mastery was hitting hard enough to where it was worth it. Now, I will say, I do think that there's a change that if I were a dev, I would make. Let me drink some water first, some like actual factual water. I don't know if I took my medicine today. I don't know. But the change that I would make is if you read Chi-Ji, it has like a weird little interaction or how it's worded, where when you kick something, it's going to kick up 3 mastery procs on 2 allies. So in total, you're kicking up a six mastery procs, but they're only going to spot heal 2 allies. And like how I would change this is I would make it to where it just kicks up 6 mastery procs across all your allies, like they can go anywhere. Although that probably would, in some instances, like if you just press Rising Sun Kick, it would make Rising Sun Kick in particular less effective. But it would lead to less overhealing when you unleash like all your flurry of blackout kicks and stuff. That's just my take. I would also probably add like a third ally to the spinning crane kick. I don't know, just to make it feel smoother. But having it only heal 2 people per kick does make it lead to a lot of overhealing if you stack mastery, is what I'm saying. So like if we were going a heavy mastery build where you wanted to scale up your mastery procs, the way that Chi-Ji works, where it sends 3 into 1 health bar, odds are like 1.5 of those masteries would just go to waste anyways. So if you stack up mastery, you're just leading to a little bit more overhealing right now, and you're limiting how strong your strongest talents can be. You know, that's my take on low mastery. I do enjoy. If you're asking like how my opinion on how fun they are, I love haste mastery builds. I just don't think right now is the time for it. You know what I mean? Apparently right now is not the time to be playing WoW. I have gotten 0 IO today, that is an eye opener. That's a free one for you guys. So true. I find all the hating on devs excessive. Yeah, I think the community, at least from what I've seen, I tend to stay out of the WoW community. Like I don't really communicate with anyone in it, or I don't really watch any other creators at all. So I tend to stay out of it, but from the limited amount that I do see, I do think, at least from the creators, the hate has been lessened from when I first started. When I first started playing the game, maybe it was just the creators that I was like introduced to at the start, but they were very negative. But also it was during Shadowlands. I feel like generally people were just negative towards Shadowlands. Yeah, I do think like at least the creators have been nicer to devs. Dude, there are no keys being posted, and my key was bricked down to a 16. Yeah, I agree. The hate is definitely excessive. It's 100% not soothe. You spent 30 minutes testing all the combos of it, and RIP Ring of Peace. I did record it if you need proof. No, I mean that's what I'm saying is I believe you guys at this point. It's just I think what's stumping me and others is that it used to be the problem, the soothe. Interesting, I've been keeping my mastery at 100%, mostly because the Chi G moments have been the most intense healing moments. But I'm only healing plus 15s at the moment. I mean that's the thing is like it does kind of scale up your Chi Gs a little bit, but it's not so much more like if you put those mastery points into verse or into crit, you're still scaling up your Chi G moments, you know what I mean? Because your ancient teachings healing's going up, your it versatility and crit both scale your mastery procs. In a roundabout way, haste also scales your mastery procs during Chi G. So that's kind of like another argument is like you need your mastery to be so strong that putting those points into other stats is not as worth it. And right now I don't think it is, personally. But even then, oh, I guess my mastery's low. I was about to say, even then, my mastery's still kind of high, but no, it's 65%. It is very low. I can admit. Okay, let's skip to these last few keys. See what we can get into. But I just want to take this time also to say, like, look, I've been wanting to make videos ever since I downloaded Clash of Clans back in like 2000 and freaking 12. Okay, I this has been my dream to make videos. Even before then, I dreamed of being a YouTuber ever since I was watching Gears of War 2, no, Gears of War 3 sniper montages. So, I have dreamed of making content for my entire life. It's just, no matter what college degree I got, I always wish that I just made YouTube videos. And it would not be possible. Like, I would not be here streaming today in the middle of a Wednesday afternoon if it wasn't for y'all supporting and y'all being like, honestly, just like kind. Like, y'all keep my drive up. Like, y'all keep me wanting to make videos. And the also one big drive is the questions you guys ask. Like y'all ask such good questions that most of the time my videos, like my ideas, my concepts for a video spawn from one of y'all's questions. So I don't know, just long story short, the biggest thank you and the biggest hug and the biggest wet kiss on your cheek from me. So thank you guys so much for it sounds cringe, I know, but y'all literally are making my dream come true by just being here. So thank you guys so much. My mastery is straight up 0, 55%. So you don't have a single mastery point. That's crazy. Where does my mastery come? Probably a tier set item. Where does my mastery come from? Oh, it's my offhand. My offhand, I think, is my only mastery. That's crazy. That is crazy. My offhand is my only mastery. So if you were wondering, 861 mastery takes you from 55% up to 65.42. So 860 mastery is equal to about 10%, 10.5% of mana. Mastery. Mucho forehead kitten. Thanks, Mike Titan. Thank you so much. Yeah, gearing wise, all my crafts are into verse and crit. If you don't raid, I like verse crit for some of your crafts, especially if you already have a bunch of haste. Like, personally, I probably could drop some haste and put it into verse if I wanted to, but it would lower my raid healing a little bit. But now that I've swapped to Yulon and raid, it probably would be worth it to drop some haste, especially because I'm haste flasking for raid. I don't know. That's a thing for the Sims. Yeah. Oh, so it's passive mastery mostly. It's only 1900 mastery on gear. That's the thing though, Kira, is I don't think like you have so much mastery to where it could be a bad thing. I definitely wouldn't like go and recraft items or anything. Don't waste gold to do that little bit of optimization. It's not the worst thing. Plus, like, you do get some mastery value outside of your Chi-Ji with Crane Style, with your occasional cast, your Renewing Mist and stuff, so it's definitely not worth it, in my opinion. Like, yeah, it probably would give you a little bit better of a time, but not a noticeable amount, if that makes sense. It wouldn't be a noticeable amount, so it's not worth investing the gold. 32 haste, 17 crit, 17 verse, 75 mastery. Okay, your verse is very high. Your verse is very high. I mean, it's not a bad thing at all, but I do think you're sacrificing a good bit of crit for verse. I think ideally you take what little mastery you have, or what a little bit of your verse, and add it into crit, and that would probably give you a little bit of better time. But it's honestly, like I'm saying, it wouldn't be a noticeable amount. If anything, you're probably noticing how beefy you are from your verse. I am like to the point where I am starving. We're gonna queue up to a few more keys. For all Sarfiniers, we get invited. But I do need to go cook before my wife gets home. Let me make sure she's not. Because I do have D&D tonight, and I just want to get a little bit of like me and my wife time in to watch tonight's episode of Love Island, and just hang out a bit before I have to lock myself in my room for D&D again. Yaka is asking if 15% is the beginning of diminishing returns. Oh, that's a good question. I know they changed it a while back. That is such a good question. The thing is I'm so used to not worrying about the verse cutoff for diminishing returns. VR and WoW. I think I'm looking up a question that's going to give me different results. Diminishing returns. So, like, I know haste is 30%. Mastery is a completely different beast, but I think verse is different. Hold on, okay, I found this article, but I don't know if it specifically talks about verse. I also don't know if this is up to date. This is from Shadowlands, so... I'm pretty sure this has been updated. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure whenever they crunched stats, they changed verse. But I know haste and crit are. I'm pretty sure haste and crit are still 30%, right? Pretty sure haste and verse are still, or haste and crit are 30. Oh, this is definitely something I should know, but I just know it's changed, in semi-recent history. Nah, lol. Oh, goodness. Before you go, could you semi-slowly re-explain how you optimize balance stratagem? Of course, that's a great question, because it's not obvious at all in the game. Like, it is not obvious. Let me get YouTube chat pulled up, though, because I accidentally just closed it, because my game is paused, apparently, on YouTube. Okay, I got YouTube chat popped out again. Okay. So balance stratagem is very weird, okay? So in order to, the way that I optimize it is, you don't necessarily need to optimize this. This definitely is something that is going to help you out in the higher end of keys if you're specifically relying on like a Shayloon's gift to heal more for a heal check, or if you're specifically relying on your Crackling Jade Lightning to do more damage to heal through a heal check. Those two are kind of like the very specific scenarios where like this can matter. Where it can mess you up though is, this reads like any punches and kicks will make my Crackling Jade Lightning do more damage, given that I don't cast like a Jade Fire Stomp or a Vivify or another nature spell between then. However, where it messes you up is Rising Sun Kick. So for some reason, and I can't explain this other than this has to be a bug, but for some reason, Rising Sun Kick is stealing. It's acting as if it's both a physical and a nature spell because of the Renewing Mist that comes, I think, from your Rapid Diffusion. Because if you read Rising Sun Kick, it does physical damage. So it should be a physical spell. It should give you a physical stack or consume your nature stacks, right? But for some reason, I think it's the rapid diffusion proc is making it act as the nature spell cast. So what I do to optimize my, if I really need a big fat Jade Lightning, either for like big damage on like a very easy boss encounter like the banner boss, or if you need it for a big heal check versus like Big Mama or something, or the spinny guys before Swamp Face, then what you can do is you can like, what I do is I'll Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm. And this way I cast 5 physical spells. You'll see here I'm sitting at my next nature spell being buffed by 15%. That's the max stacks. But the reason why I specifically do Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Tiger Palm is because that sequence is optimal if you either do or don't reset your Blackout or your Rising Sun Kick cooldown. So what I mean by that is, like, if I'm trying to play as optimally as possible, ideally I don't Blackout Kick 4-stack unless Rising Sun Kick is on cooldown. But if I Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Tiger Palm, I'm not wasting Rising Sun Kick uptime. Like, yes, I am sitting here on this cooldown, but I'm not Blackout Kicking with those stacks, you know what I mean? So generally, like, if I know I'm about to have Crackling Jade Lightning for like bigger banner damage or like bigger single target damage or big healing, I will, once again, Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Tiger Palm, or in big AoE situations, you can literally just spin 5 times. Like, if you know you're in a big AoE pool, you can spin. This counts as a physical spell. Basically, you're trying to cast 5 physical spells, or you don't even have to get up to all 5. You can literally just cast like 2 Tiger Palms before a Crackling Jade Lightning just to give it a, you know, a 6% bonus, you know, which adds up, right? Does Teachings not make Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick 5 cast? Let's test that. So you're saying, did the extra Tiger Palms count? We can test that right now. So Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick. No. It does not. But all of this is to say, like, if you continue your normal rotation, what that would look like is you would, like, Rising Sun Kick, Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Rising Sun Kick. The reason why that's bad, the reason why I'm saying to avoid using Tiger Palm, or specifically Rising Sun Kick during that time, is because notice it counts as a nature spell because it counts as a physical and then a nature spell both in one, because the renewing mist that your Rising Sun Kick's kicking up with Rapid Diffusion is consuming your nature stacks. Well, you need 2 Tiger Palms to get 3 Blackout Kicks. Yeah, but it specifically spells cast. It's not spells hit, Yaka. So you're casting the 1 Blackout Kick. It just hits 3 times on your target. You see there, Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick. Tiger Palm. Let's Rising Sun Kick to reset our stacks. Blackout Kick. An Unleashed Blackout Kick only counts as 1. Wow, I would have never realized that Rising Sun Kick uses your Balanced Stratagem stacks. I'm so glad I happen to be watching your stream today. Bittergourd, I am also glad that you're watching the stream today. But yeah, Balanced Stratagem, like I said, it's only a 3% buff per stack. But, you know, in these hierarchies, you do kind of start to have to look for different ways to min-max. And this definitely is like an easier way to min-max. Like, yeah, you are kind of... This does kind of weirdly incentivize you to sit on your Rising Sun Kick cooldown, which isn't technically the most optimal thing to do, but you're rewarded for your Crackling Jade Lightning doing a lot more damage. Because also, once again, 15% doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're multiplying it times 2,000, you know, it's a lot more damage. So yeah, I mean, I guess I can show you how much more damage. So let's Crackling Jade Lightning here with no physical stacks. It's doing 1.1 million per tick. Now let's just Tiger Palm 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1.1 million up to 1.28 million on the single target. So, and that's just one target more. So doing about 100,000 more damage, which is considerably, you know, it's It's worth doing, I think. It's at least what I do is, even if I don't take the time to get all 5 stacks, is if I know I'm about to Crackling Jade Lightning, I'll, instead of Rising Sun Kicking right before that Crackling Jade Lightning, I'll cast a Tiger Palm, for example, just to be safe. Or you can even, like, there are times where I know I'm sitting at 5 stacks and I need to be Crackling Jade Lightning, but my Jade Fire Teachings is about to run out. Like, maybe my Jade Fire Teachings is at like 2 seconds left or 1 second left, and I know I need to refresh it. Then I will just pop Thunder Focus Tea and not consume it. Like, I'll pop Thunder Focus Tea and not consume it just to refresh my Jade Fire Teachings, and then Jade Lightning, and then use the Thunder Focus Tea after I've Jade Lightning. If that makes sense. Did I explain that well? Like, right now, if I know I have to Crackling Jade Lightning, but my Jade Fire Teachings is running out, I'll use Thunder Focus Tea to recharge my Jade Fire Teachings buff before that Lightning, instead of Jade Fire Stomp, because Stomp is a nature spell. I'm not explaining that very well, I don't think. But you see, Jade Fire Stomp uses those stacks. So if I need to refresh my Jade Fire Teachings buff, you can just do a raw Thunder Focus Tea before your Jade Lightning. That way you get the buff, you don't consume the stacks, and yeah. Did I explain that well? I'm so sorry. I hope I am. I don't know how accurate this is, but apparently the cutoff in stats for diminishing returns on Verse is 23,400. What would that be? Oh, we're good. Hey, we got plenty of space. That sounds like 30%. I'm pretty sure that's 30%. It does make sense? Okay, good. Because that one's a little weirder of an interaction, but it does come up every now and then. Like, some people, like, I preach to everyone, hey, you don't need to Thunder Focus Tea and Crackling Jade Lightning, but then some people will see me do it, and I hope that they, hopefully that explains why sometimes I'll Thunder Focus Tea and then immediately Crackle, but then after that Crackling Jade Lightning, I'll follow it up by a Rising Sun Kick. And then you get the added bonus of that Rising Sun Kick will be 3% boosted by Balanced Stratagem. Yeah, it is 30%. Okay. Checks out then. Checks out. But once again, I don't know where to find the most up-to-date information on DR. Because I know they changed it, I think in Dragonflight, but maybe it was Shadowlands. I don't know if they've changed it since then, though. Yeah, hopefully that explains why I was talking about Balanced Stratagem in that key. I only talk about when I get the luxury of being able to think about it, because it's so, like, in the background. But, like, on the banner boss, it's a very chill fight where I just get a focus damage, and in doing so, Balanced Stratagem does come up if you want to optimize and stuff. But guys, you know what? I would take this any day. If I'm not going to get accepted into a key, at least I can end off the stream on a really good question. So, Itamora, I really appreciate you today for asking some great questions. Bittergourd, all the support. You and Edward hard carried the gifted subs. So thank you so much for my for the support to my channel. Y'all, I really, really appreciate it. But yeah, any questions, if y'all ever have any questions, I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm thinking about turning Thursdays into a stream day too, going into next season. So, but yeah, as for now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're streaming, grinding hard. I got a video to work on before D&D tonight, so I'm going to be working on that. A big W for my verse, which does feel very comfy. Very nice, very nice. I definitely wouldn't hate having more verse like you care. I don't think you're in a bad spot at all. Enjoy your dinner in D&D. Thank you so much, Amora. I'll see you guys on, what's today? Wednesday? I'll see you guys on Friday. Friday streams are always fun. We'll try to get some IO on our monk, but if not, we can just hop on and have some fun on the alts. But I love doing monk streams. I kind of wish that I didn't play alts so I could just monk stream, because it's fun. Even if we don't get any IO in a stream, we have fun. All right, guys, take care. Have a good week. See you on Friday, 1 o'clock Central Time. You can be late. I'm not going to say don't be late, but y'all can be late. I won't care, but hopefully you guys have a good week. Happy to be able to tune in for a change. I'm happy you were here too, Kira. You were asking some great questions, had some great input as well. All right, my stomach is telling me to end the stream now, so I can yap all day. Have a good day.